share among ourselves like your experience, expertise, your suggestions. Then that will help us a lot because we are going to get a lot of projects, especially like Mr. Ravi is here, Ravi Verma. We both are working on getting more advisory services to implement ISO audits, especially 42001. And I have initiated already more than three. We are in place actually, and we are going to write MOU with TSUD at international level, not at national level. We have already, but we want to cancel that. And these tracks, like I know most of the people expertise, and let me brief about Australian because we are here, so our MD is also here. Why we joined this forum, WIG, even though I am a president for that, because I'm representing CEO of this company also. We are doing 35 startups. It's like I heard a lot of ideas from Mr. Arul, and it is amazing actually. With his background, even I was surprised being IIT and IIM also. So I welcome him to part of a WIG, and he promised us most of the time, like, no, he will sponsor also. He's sponsoring already, right? So that is a brief about Australian, and welcome all. And few people missed yesterday's dinner, I know. That's okay. We can have more dinners like that in near future. And now open to the forum actually. And few guidelines. I will be the kind of moderator today for all of you. Brief introduction about yourself within 1 minute. Don't take like because everyone to know each other. You know that attention will go away if you talk more than 1 minute. That is number one. And everyone will get opportunity to speak about 3 to 5 minutes. We can give any track you choose. No need to be like no in agenda. Any track you are comfortable. Talk about AI governance, and what are the challenges you are facing. Because I'm doing a lot. Even yesterday also I did audit. It's a every day like no new challenge for me. Like I'm getting unexpected things always expected for me especially. Whenever I do the audits, yesterday let me share actually. They are not doing any AI applications. They are not doing any data. They are just using all AI tools and generating the reports, research, and it is validated by the SME and publishing to the clients. So what to audit there? Nothing to audit actually, be frank. But we need to see how human like SMEs are auditing those things. I want to see that. I asked them give the demo. Today the demo is due actually. Without demo I cannot approve. You got my point, right? So they provided all the evidences. Even though I am interested to see what type of prompt they are using on ChatGPT, on Perplexity, right? All the AI tools. Just then only I want to approve. Okay. So this is just like one which I am trying to, but each audit is like excited. I am learning more than them. And good part is I am questioning. No one is going to answer, right? Whether they are giving answer or right, they are not asking me answer from my side. That is good news. Whether I know it or not, I will question it first, so that I will learn from them most of the time. Thank you.
Hello, Namaskar. My name is Manish Gupta. I'm coming here from Amsterdam, Netherlands. I'm a technology professional working on AI, and it's a really proud moment to come to visit India on sideline of International AI Summit organized by India. Me being always a learner, I've been dabbling with AI for last few years, starting with machine learning models and now trying out various LLM models available in industry. I'm a strong proponent of open source, and that my interest brought me together with my friend Prabhat at AI for All Global. Together, we are committed to make AI education, democratization of AI education, availability for the masses, and making it equitable to all part of society. And I'm really fortunate to come today to Hyderabad to speak in this forum with eminent guests coming from different part of AI usage, application, and advocacy. It's really an honor to be here and share ideas, exchange opinions, and also commit to Viksit Bharat with AI literacy framework we are co-developing at AI for All Global. With that, I keep it short and wish you all a nice day. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. This is Chandrasekhar Sharma Garimella. First, I want to congratulate Pastor Young for having such a wonderful session here and the world of AI governance.
Yeah, good.
So, let me make it simple for you. That's all for who is the other paper next. Okay, if you want to do it. It's okay, sir. It's okay, sir. This should be okay. Capture out the audio. That's okay.
Yeah, good.
So, as I said, my name is Chandra, and if you take my certifications, I am MBA, MPhil, CI, BCCNA, CISA, C-RISC, CFE, CDPSC, COSO ERM, and leadership with AI. I'm an ISB alumni. And whatever he said about ISO 27, 9, 45, 50, 42001, all the standards, I'm a lead auditor. Along with that, I'm a lead auditor for DORA, that is Digital Operations Resilience Act. And recently, I was the president of ISACA. Recently, no, somebody has taken over, but I was the president of ISACA for country for 3 years. Then I'm the vice president for Association of Certified Fraud Examiners, and I'm the executive committee member for Indo-American Chamber of Commerce. And now I'm working as a director in controllers data centers as compliance director. The last 7 years, I'm with that organization. It's the 53rd year I'm working, and my age is 53. I'm 70. You are working for 53 years. Yeah. So basically, actually, I'm an IT auditor. I visited about 38 countries in the world. I've done a lot of audits, about 800 to 1,000 companies audits I've done. And now I'm excited to understand the actually the intricacies in AI. Very actually apt subject as on date, because till 2024 we were talking what AI can do. 25 it has become a pilot. 26 it is becoming now. Slowly we are into agentic world. Agentic AI. So earlier there are three types I can say. One is for AI governance, AI whatever you call. There the first level is firefighters, where we take the IT tickets and we do the analysis and we do it. The second one is called actually reactive people, where we call them as builders. That is where we go for these audits, NIST standard or risk management, whatever we call, 42,000. And now the latest one, they are called pioneers, where the AI governance comes into picture. That's the plane. Earlier, human actually in the loop. Now, human should be on the loop. That is important. When you talk about the principles, I can say it's called feast. That means F for fairness, E for ethical or explainable, A for accountable, S for sustainable or safety, or T for transferable. So along with this, everything we call it as feast, and basing on that have governance. This governance is very, very important. I think we have to all discuss about this governance, AI governance, where ethics play a vital role here. The responsible AI, where that ethics and the transparency they play a vital role, where the explainability is very, very important when we do something. That the other side of the people, they should know what exactly we are doing it. I think you're all experts in that. Definitely we'll discuss, I think, on these issues, because this explainability and this transfer, this that the what I can say, the fair amount of AI, what is going on. So you must be ready to understand how a shadow AI is working. That you must be able to audit that. That is very important, because people, just now he was telling about chat GPT and all, people unknowingly they are giving their own company's data, organization data into OpenAI, and they are in troubles now. I think because This year, I think 79% of the organizations, they have come into agentic AI from chatbots. Everybody know they want to implement it. Even I think today's Hindu article, if you look at that, that is editorial, where he was talking about the AI summit, what is going on in Delhi. There, I think 80 countries, they have signed a declaration on AI. So now these are all the buzzwords where I think the AI, responsible AI, play a vital role, because now it has become a foundation. Earlier, now it has come into the governance level. Earlier we were talking everything in the plane where it is in the air, but now you have to come down and think about AI. That's very important. And the dark net where things are happening, because where the data is going there, only 5 to 10% only it is there on internet. Rest is in dark net and dark web. And how the deep fakes they are made, there how the people are made fools about this. Very few people know, and we cannot judge which is real or which is fake. There the auditor's role will come into picture. First, you must have a talent, or you should have the skill to identify which is correct, which is not correct. Then only you can have a value addition to the organization. That's very important. Simply if you go into the take and only if you talk about high level structure of any standard, nothing will help. You have to go and do the out of the box audit. 42,000 also, but to do out of the box audit, how you are going to give benefit to the organization. That's very, very important. You're all experienced. I know that, because only standards will not work. Pure human, that's very important. AI is what? It is made by humans. But today, humans are struggling. That's the problem now. I hope this is my address. And thank you all for your.
It's a feast to all of us.
No, no. Actually, I've got some other. I'll be there another 15, 20 minutes and I'll leave because I've got some other.
Sir, question to you, like, what are the current challenges in AI governance from the company side? And also how common people can understand. I know you are the common person, like approaching the common people.
Right.
How it will be like, explainable to the ordinary people so that importance of AI governance.
So first, can you have a bit of introduction about that? Then you can ask questions.
Sir will give that.
Yeah.
Sir,
Okay, I'll-
question and answer my
Okay, sure. Good morning, everybody. Namaskar. I graduated in engineering in 1986, and I joined ISRO as a scientist. That was my first job. And in ISRO also, I was responsible for reliability. That helped us see the big picture of all the subsystems that go into PSLV type of major projects. That prompted me to go for higher education later on. I did my master's at University of Kentucky. I did my PhD work, and then I did my MBA also while working with NASA. Why I say this is, I transformed from being a nuts and bolts engineer to a systems person and a systems designer to organizational design and change management person eventually, ODCM. So I see organizational matters, people's issues dominate any technological effort that we undertake. No matter how big, how good the technology is, it's ultimately the people, the organization, whether it makes a success or a failure. So that's with that spirit, with that motto, with that understanding, we redesigned Social Security Administration, which is almost like 80 years old system. They have adopted lots and lots of technologies as they transform from Roosevelt days to now. So there were standalone head-based systems. There were mainframe systems, then there were desktop systems, client server systems, all sorts of things are there in their system. Then how do you actually transform the organization to perform better, both from technology point of view and from people point of view, because people are used to do in a particular way. In one state, some type of technology, some type of mentality. In another city, some other way of some other technology, some other way of dealing with things. Then Judge Bush posed the question, how can we transform Social Security Administration, both organization point of view as well as technology point of view, and make it more efficient? That's what we did with Booz Allen, being the management consultant. I was part of it. And IBM, the technology partner for that major project. It took 2 years. And as we went through that process, the major hurdles were people only. It was never the technology. If we can convince them to go for the new system, if we can convince everybody in that department, in that state, then IBM would just do it. So we spent almost 75% of our time in understanding and in convincing people. And 25% of the time, IBM came along and they implemented. They translated the data, they took the data sets, old data sets, and they translated everything, and everything is running. Hopefully, it is still running on WebSphere technologies. From that time onwards, I am for one. I think AI, it's a new way of doing things, much more powerful, exponentially more powerful. That's good. No matter how powerful the technologies are, it's ultimately the people, whether to adopt it, whether to make it a success, or to obstruct it. Small organization, big organization, no matter what the sector is, it's ultimately the people. So I think governance should deal with people on a priority basis, convince the organization and all the stakeholders, then propose your technology stack, and then verify the technology stack for compliances. In 42001, this part is sorely missing, I think. The assumption is, as you go along ticking the technological requirements, the underlying people's requirements are also met, is the assumption. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. So I think both from society point of view, from politicians point of view, from businessmen point of view, I think ultimately we have to convince them, like Dr. Sharma mentioned, what are the dangers of going into this? People have apprehensions, not knowing what the real danger is, if at all there is a danger. Everybody is talking good about AI, but everybody is also worried about, am I getting into trouble? So how the data sovereignty is ensured, how the application layers are working, and who is doing what, and do you really have a control over what is going on underneath? That should be the core issue. I think that's the way I look at it when we talk about AI governance. AI governance is not limited to technology, not limited to technological aspects. It should really address the concerns of stakeholders at large. And that's exactly what happened in yesterday's meeting with our party. It's a larger party. We are collecting everybody's data. BJP collects crores of people's data through membership. And some parties are also taking Aadhaar card numbers. And Aadhaar card numbers are being used very widely. If not everywhere, almost everywhere, people are using Aadhaar cards. So when a political system collects Aadhaar card numbers and phone numbers and names and father's name and address, are we really sure where this data is going eventually? What type of security assurances we can give? I was in BJP last year, 2 years back. I was the vice president of AP unit. We collected so much of data. Every time we are worried also. But then somebody else is going to take care of it. Somebody else is going to look into the security aspects and we are safe. That's the assumption. Now, after interacting with this team, somebody knows how to deal with it. My idea of somebody is there to take care of it is also under microscope now, right? Being politicians, we are not sure what's going on, but somebody must be knowing what is going on. So there is no danger. But after looking into it more and more, after talking to technology specialists more and more, I think we are still vulnerable. Our data is vulnerable. So governance, how we wrap around this concern and how we make sure that the technology stacks that we are recommending or we are auditing are taking care of fears, founded, unfounded, uh, and how we want to take it forward. I don't know how to say it. Unless you take care of these people's concern, security concern at people level, stakeholders level, just by saying that your data is safe, probably will not encourage everybody to embrace it. And that will be the reason for failure of such systems. Employees will kill it, users will kill it, owners will kill it eventually, and nobody wants any share of it. And recently, I also read about radiology experts killing AI in radiology. IBM Watson was almost killed because the experts did not embrace it. Doctors did not embrace it. And when doctors say something suspicious about what is coming out of IBM Watson, patients also will be equally worried. And patients say, no, 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 let's do the old fashioned way. Is it real? Is it really the fact? We don't know. Maybe IBM Watson may not be that harmful. Maybe they have all the care that they could take. They have taken all the care of safeguarding patients' information. But when doctors say we are not sure, patients also will say we don't want it. I think IBM Watson is almost rolled back. They're not there. And we all thought radiology is one thing AI could easily handle. Because based on the scientific logic you are imaging, and translating that image is no big deal. You don't really need a person to translate that. But that itself is facing problems means any system that we foresee, that we encourage, should answer these questions. I think that should also be part of governance talks, and governance frameworks. I don't know how much of it is covered by now, but as we talk about these things, we should definitely make that into a point of concern.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
But adding to that, we will make he's representing our ISO India. He came for our witness Arik during the Bangalore. We had a discussion about this. He said, please evolving.
Right.
What is the book of knowledge today, ISO? Whatever we have is like very basic. It is going to evolve for sure, and they're going to add like a lot of principles. So now Ashish, he is our weight. We have and what are the challenges you can see?
Right. So, namaste everyone. My name is Ashish Shah and I am based out of Ahmedabad, Gujarat. I run IT development company and a consulting company since more than 2 decades now. So, I started my journey in 1998, being into the business and marketing, taking care of the clients' projects and getting it developed into the company. Since 8 years, we've been working on AI. We always be passionate on the adopting the technology, and we started working on AI since it was introduced, and people are doing like developing the chat GPT kind of a model at the time. And what we have seen that a lot of like it was evolving at the time and nobody was adopting the AI. But since like couple of years, ChatGPT and all other tools, people are now rapidly deploying those technologies. The challenge is what we are talking about right now. So SMEs are right now focusing more on the using the ready-made black box AI tools, and they are not sure about like whether the data is being taken care in a secure way, whether this information is giving back as a fair or transparent kind of those things. So that's when a challenge is also there. And we when we talk about enterprise client where they have a data, they're everything they are creating their own internal systems, and there they are taking establishing these governance frameworks, policies, making compliances. However, the chances of the lacking of this governance definitely would be there because still there is no clarity will be accountable and responsible for the something which is being produced out of the AI system. I'll give you an example of one of the Insta cart based out of USA. They implemented a model of price variation for the customers. So one product which I can see as a $5, this identical product you can see around like $3 or $6. And it was not only for the one product, but it was about like more than 75% of their product SKU were showing the different variation up to 23% of it. So that leads to a regulatory scrutiny and the fairness like consumer discrimination because I feel that why it's showing me a $5, why it's showing $7 to you, that there is some discrimination based on my profile or maybe demographic or my something like that. And there was no clarity or explainability why these prices are showing a different way. So this is a typical transparency and fairness issue was there. Nothing related to the technology. Technology was doing fantastic job, but there is something was there. And who will be accountable? So there was no clarity there. So they have to roll back that variation back. So this is something evolving as Raju sir said, and a lot of people are implementing, deploying it, and also making sure that it's compliance at certain different principle. However, it will not cover 100%, but definitely it reach to a certain stage when they can feel a trust and confidence that it is compliant, something like that. So that's my, and I believe one thing that instead of artificial intelligence, we should focus on augmented intelligence. So that's like more you give AI if assisted to the humans, human will be always in the loop. So that will mean solve the problem.
I think that is a very important world issue, sir. Yeah, that's right. In airlines, they have been doing this game for almost 30, 40 years. Nobody is pushing it. Nobody is pushing it. That means some of the practices, universal, is in the AI economic, we have seen it. Right? So that became that. No, hotels and this Uber and
Everything, price variation. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's all price variation engine.
accepted.
You have to.
Yes.
But how do you justify it's a fair or you feel the discrimination over there?
See, these ideas are AI based one. And that led to a lot of discrimination in the name of customization. Yes. The name of preference. He is a preferred customer. Why? It's the same goods, same service. What is this preferred customer thing? That amounts to discrimination. So, are we worried about such discrimination going into AI systems? Should it be part of governance requirements? This is right. There are a lot of lawsuits against that. So, that also you see, same goods, same service being charged differently. Different people, cannot be customer exactly. Unfortunately, nobody is no convenience. Yeah, A and C they will charge. Window seat they will charge more, and A will charge, and in between they free. Suppose if the couple goes, why for month? So free means two different seat center we have to keep it. Otherwise, we have to pay. But better way. It's good for husband and wife. So there is nobody is questioning the safety where you are responsible to provide a seat. Earlier days, I never used to. I used to give it this much. But later on, that has become mature. what I'm telling is now they are sure that he has to pay, then only you will get this.
Become a
No, sir.
mandate.
Not earlier days. Earlier days, I experimented myself. When I never used to ask, straight away I used to go.
There is no
So at the time they used to
explainability.
tell
There
us
is
the
no
same thing.
logic.
Now, no, that is not there. Nobody's questioning.
Once in Indigo, once always, between then I was sitting in my aisle seat. I asked the lady, can I go to toilet? Why sir? I was like, shall I have to pay something to go? I don't know what to do.
Yes, yes, that's true. Yeah, that is true. That's usually
You are in yesterday.
Really fast and really second times.
yeah. Yesterday,
They give the premium service also. Maybe they give premium service also.
You selected an Asian in Hindu made.
Oh,
Okay, from there. But the lady was delivering everything, everybody's same product or the same food. It is a rare. Rare product. Something like that.
but we have illegal milk.
Yeah, I mean, this is veg. It's literally humble. This is only veg. That is again no chance. So whatever they want to get, whatever they want to get. There is no end for us to discuss those things, but how can them the melzer is a meat, but it's not meat, it's a below the snacks.
So
It is
portion.
something that you see in the purview of system governance. Yeah, it's system on. Or is it more like malpractice? It's right, malpractice. It's a malpractice and the government is supporting. That is the main. The system is supporting these type of things. But wherever see, as if the kings are the subject, if the king person, then nobody there to do this type of thing. We are the sufferers. If the AI comes in that case, this is all AI only they are doing. That's another problem that is there. That as a side effect now, modular solutions are always promoted. Right? Modular is good. But to what extent? It has gone to an extent wherein it is causing cognitive overload. Yes, if you go to book a ticket, I want it simple. I go and book it. That is 7,000 euro book. But now it is that you choose this, you choose that, yes, this combination, you do that. That is probably overload. 100%. See, common people, it is not only the burden, but they had to think twice and
knowing if people they accept certain things and they have to pay for it.
Yeah, yeah.
They're not aware of it. What it's a continuous. I put it immediately. The discussion.
Lot of startups and our regular job doing the walking and Friday and Sunday while walking around. And
Hello, all good morning. I'm Venkateshwarlu Paturu. Uh, have been into IT industry for 25 plus years now. Been into development to CEO roles across, and I enjoyed the journey. And I felt that it is time to start my own organization. I started Hamel Solutions in the month of May 25. Hamel, HAMAL, Hamel Solutions. And now I thought, after a little bit of a journey, I thought, why I have not started 10 years back, which is good. From an AI, see, we are using in and out. I've been into AI usage at least for 3.5 years now. In the previous organization, also been using a lot of AI, and nowadays I am very particular that the entire team is using AI tools and all because of the productivity enhancements, right? So my organization does use AI both two ways, right? One is productivity enhancement, another is bringing intelligence to the system, the other side. So both sides of the story, especially from a governance perspective, and I am the victim, right? Why? So team is using these tools and left, right, center, they are generating the code. This is good, but immediately after that, again they fix another problem. This system what have generated has been gone, collapsed. So it is very important for me to make sure that even though team trying to the greater extent, what is the governance model that I need to bring into the system so that it is not breaking, right? So now I am building a framework in such a way that this governance model is going to into that framework, Now whoever wants to commit something, and system will check whether it is breaking something already is in place, right? And it will never allow the person to commit, even though whether you have, and this is a SaaS model which I'm going to publish again, right? So whether you don't need Git or any licensed package over there. So whatever the basic model, this works on top of it, and this makes sure that governance is in place. So to the coming back to the point from a governance and responsibility perspective, it is very important to have not only from a compliance perspective. See, governance from a compliance is great, right? Because every country has got their own country specific laws from a personal data perspective, and breach of personal data, what a huge burden from an organization perspective. I need not say to this forum, at least, right? We are all aware of it, and we know that several companies have gone bankrupt in these specific cases. So it is very critical to have the governance in place, and governance from a compliance perspective, and governance even if it is a technology company from an execution perspective also. You are delivering something to the customer, and customer is very happy that I got my product in like 1 month. Earlier it used to take 5 months. Now I need not pay 5 months of FTE. Now I am paying only 1 month of FTE, which is good. But customer doesn't even know what is inside. And if you are also not sure what is inside, then eventually it is luck again, right? Whether it comes back to you or to the customers, whatever that you have written, right? So to that extent of compliance is very essential. And from a domain perspective, this is a huge subject, right? I cannot finish it in 5 minutes. There are from a domain, there are specific things, and then we can talk very deeper into that. So I just wanted to put a pause here. Maybe we'll continue, but to the core, if I just want to touch one point, right? To the core, Microsoft in 2016 was giving a chatbot related, right? And this chatbot has gone by, very rogue, because it has learned a lot of unnecessary thing, and it is creating a lot of problems. So that is when people really felt. So Microsoft is a very huge organization. They would have thought 100 things before getting into the chatbot and all. Themselves, they have failed in terms of controlling this bot, because the governance model was not taking place. That is when the realization of importance of the model. And then we all know there are places where the bots wanted to take, or systems want to take the intelligence, right, decisions. So decision, and then again, the healthcare industry, AI cannot write a prescription, right? So doctor should write a prescription. So from a governance perspective, from audit perspective, there are very specific integral and internal topics that need to be considered, very specific to the domains, and they need to be considered. And there are a lot of frameworks which are available, and every country is striving now in terms of coming up with their own regulatory framework to have such a governance in place, right? So I think very specifically we need to address all these things based on the region, area, and domain. Sector also very true.
Location specific.
Some companies they are declaring blue AI. Yes. Yeah. One more new concept is coming out.
That is good, sir.
Who owns the AI?
Yeah, that's the established. Now,
Yeah, thank you.
Lani, the group CFO. Now I'm a freelancer and also teaching to students with whatever little knowledge I have. Now come back to this topic of AI governance. Actually, governance from finance point of view, it is there from the beginning. Because without finance, there's no organization will survive. Even personal life cannot survive. So finance is part and part of blood of every organization, entity, or individual. Similarly, as the finance is there, governance is also has to be there. It has to be go aligned with that. If finance function works well, governance is not there, then there is a fraud and misuse, and there's a possibility of winding up of companies will go into that extent. Right. Similarly, now of late, in fact, I have I can say I'm lucky to work in various eras. I started with manual accounting system where no computers, no data, no, except only one day, I can say calculator used to have. Write ledgers in manual handwritings and then consolidate with another ledger, running into trial balance sheets months together, tallying all those. Then came to Fox Pro database, small ones, where at least you can enter it, put star command, it will give you some. We used to have fun. It's going out up and down. So many data it is going out. Then end of the day, some error will come. We have to rectify that error, what it is, again run it. All those things we used to have to. Then slowly Excel has come, Microsoft Excel has come. People started depending on the Excel. Then the ERPC started coming in, like Tally. Initially it was Tally, then SAP, Oracle, Microsoft Dynamics 365. So I was migrating all these softwares, and I was part of the finance function in that. So every function, wherever we go, whether it's SAP, MI, ERP, or Oracle, anything, again, controls, maker, checks is nothing but our governance. If we don't have proper controls, makers, and checks, the governance will fail. Automatically, your numbers will go wrong. Now, last couple of years, last 4-5 years, which I am handling the function of CFO of Tata International, where the requirement from management is like everything they need day before yesterday. They ask what is the profitability of, say, March 26 in day before yesterday. So it is not like, in the old era, we can't do all those things and do that. So we have to go for the predictive model. We have to see how our business going on next 3 months, next 2 months. Earlier, when we prepare the budgets, we used to prepare for long-term budgets of 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Now the long-term is 1 year. Short-term is 1 month. So that's how the quarter on quarter, we used to joke, and every quarter on quarter, it has changes will go for changes. Because geopolitical issues are there, product dynamic changes, customer requirements are changing. Similarly, controls are changing, technology is improving. The moment technology is improving, if we don't upgrade ourselves and we restrict ourselves to one old technology, then that's a total failure, absolutely failure of the organization it is. Whether it's a leadership failure, or whether it's a people failure, these all further we can say interrogations. But as an organization, we should have a proper governance system with a control technology. Now the AI is really facilitating for developing dashboards and also producing a lot of futuristic information and a lot of data which will come. But unfortunately, what we need again there, we need human brains to validate it. How good it is, how relevant it is to us, and how it is good to make a decision making. Then only your profitability will grow up, your controls will go up. Even the regulators, as such, we have already for finance a lot of regulation authorities like RBI, SEBI, and then Companies Act. All those are there. Apart from that, technology is still driving all of them. Even the government of India, the Ministry of Finance is working on the AI. All our income tax returns, whatever we are now getting, is completely done by AI. They up to refunds up to 1 lakh or 1,50,000 within seconds it will come. Earlier it used to take 3 months, 4 months on that. Today you file the return, next day you say your acknowledgement is so and so confirmed. Your return is getting refunded. All done by AI. But still they're having a proper governance control on that with the top software companies and people behind that working. Even GST, when it is rolled out, there's a total mess that how to get input credit, how to get matching the input credit, whether credit is matching, bill is filed or not. A lot of API tools have come back, which is integrating with your ERPs and then give you the reconciliations. Just give you a summary of your reconciliations where it is matching, not matching. Focus that particular vendor, say you have to not file your invoice, please update, otherwise I'll not pay you next month. So that's where the control checks is really helping AI. And through AI, a lot of improvements are coming up and speed is developing it. Transparency, accountability is coming out in that. So it is a good opportunity for us to go further in improvements in that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Even in finance and existing technology should be adopted,
Yes.
but in a proper manner.
Proper manner.
So
Yes.
there is a need for
It's hand to hand. It has to go together.
whether finance is there, but in
Yeah, absolutely. Fraud detection happens on the AI.
Think like a criminal.
Yes.
Attack the criminal like that.
Correct.
Always out.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I want to go ahead. One moment. Yes, sir. Keep little smile, sir. Okay. Sir, very, very serious. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
No, actually, it's a great honor for me. And this reminds me my earlier days where I was honored at universities like Mumbai University, Shivaji University, and the Sri Ram College of Engineering, Siddhartha College of Engineering, Sona College of Engineering, Salem, where I've taught all IT professors on cyber security and network security and compliance. Since I was a master trainer for NASCOM, I was taken there and I was giving lectures to them for 1 week program it is. So today I'm with all the specialists here because I have some other emergency work, personal work. I'm leaving, but I thank you, Raj Garu and all of you. And it's a great honor. Whatever help from my side, whatever assistance you require, I'm there 24/7. Whenever you call, I will definitely come. I'll be with this group whenever it is possible. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
This I have.
To continue our discussion, so, wrap it up. The approach is our alumni IT Kharagpur. Then the health conscious and research into medicine for the past 5 years. So you need to give some brief about that.
So good morning to all of you. I have to thanks to the Raju for inviting me. I am Dr. Prasad Ramakrishna. I am a retired professor and the director for University Industry Interaction Center of JNTU Hyderabad. I know the word artificial intelligence in the way back, I can say 1980s. When I did my master's at IIT Kharagpur in 88 to 92, under the QIP program of it, my project was the inference engine of making this one artificial navigation is that vision system of it. Now what the Tesla was doing of it. So at the time, I don't know all these things of it. My guide is given me the project and I did it of it. After that, I thought of coming back to the university and go back to the PhD so that I can complete that project, all those things. But when I come back to the university, internal politics, I could not do anything of it. So that's went like that of it. So coming to the governance and all those things, when I listened Chandra sir and then Samsivarao said that I 100% agree with about the people is concerned. So whatever the technology it may be, so that is the people who makes it or breaks it of it. And you can see that again, the over enthusiasm of the people, like I'll simple 3 examples I'll tell according to the essay and then come to my personal health is concerned of it. See, as far as the industrially is concerned, you want to make money. That make money, more money with quick, without money time of it. That is the main industry setup is concerned. But whereas the solution is concerned, that is totally different of it. So the Eastern and Western concept is again of it. Implementation is concerned, 3 examples I picked up of it. This burger, this one McDonald, I think 100, they want to implement the AI and services. I think 100 services, they have 100 customers, they have started the AI services of it. And you know the consequences of it. So one lady has ordered 1 burger, but top of it, she got it 1 burger along with the 100 French fries concept. And another case is when they asked the ice cream and they have the top of it, it is got, they asked the caramel ice cream and the top of it is got the 7 scoops of the another this thing. So then they realized of it. So simply blindly is not of it. That is the one case. Coming to the Air Canada. So they have customer care. They thought of it is okay. It is better to use the AI. They have used the AI case of it. So then one customer lady, she's booked the ticket. Then she told that she is attending a funeral. Then the bot promised that by funeral means she will get a concession. But when she went for the booking that there is no question of whether you are a funeral or birthday, nothing else will not change. So then she fought it, and then case she won it, and then has to pay this one. Another Trivago. So there again is what the algorithm of this one. They want that who is going to give the more concession to the Trivago. Those hotels only they are promoting, not actually the price of the low cost hotels of it. So somewhere somebody is pointed about the local like our this thing, then the entire government is audited the entire algorithm and all those things. They found it. Then the millions of rupees they had to shut down all those things of it. These are the practicalities that what we are going to make it of. Whenever we are doing, so these are the things you have to improve. So coming to the point of individual is concerned, the healthcare. That's what I am more particular of it. Earlier, when I was in helm of affairs, because all tensions that I got the 2004, I noticed the diabetic, and then fortunately, when the diabetes was 400 odd, this post lunch, I noticed. Then I went to the doctor, and then he told all the things, and then okay, I use it the medicine, but I am not regularly irregular of it. Never used it to continuous, and then I did yoga and other things and has control of it again sometime like that till it went on like that only. But 2019, my Mrs. passed away. She was a lieutenant colonel, and she was in the medical field, but yet in front of my eyes with a heart attack. Nothing was there except that concept and all those things. So after that, I realized of it, is it medicine really required for our survival? All can't be that. I have undergone and then literature of everything, certification, so many things I did it. Then finally, the corona has come. So in the corona time, I was there in the uh, did my international certification on yoga. Early morning 3:30, we used to Brahma Muhurtam like that. We had to do all those things. I started doing. Suddenly, my entire right portion is not in my control. Suddenly, around 3:30 or so. That is a corona time. You cannot meet anything, but hand is going left hand, and then immediately I tried to sign signature. I could not do my signature of it. Entire right portion was not up. Then immediately I called after 1 hour my friend doctor. At the time, nobody is to meet each other. Then he told, sir, it is within 1 hour we had to go to the doctor, and then injection, then only it will be that. But that was not 1 hour, it is 1.5 days over, but I could not do anything. But only thing is, because of my inquisitive curiosity, I found the information that what has happened, all those things of it. And then I got a little idea of, then went to the next day to the CT scan and blood, all those things of it. And then onlinely, two physicians, neurophysicians, my friend suggested, I sent the information to them. So they told that your left brain, there is just millimeter blockage is there. Because of that, the right is what the terminology they told. This one is happening of it. You had to use these medicines, and after 1 week you had to review. So by the time, because I called the physiotherapist, and then I know the knowledge of it. The knowledge what I got it is that yes, there is a clot in that, memory is out of this one, but brain is having the plasticity, so that if you learn like a child how it walks and all those things, it will gain this thing. With that point, I uh, did all my exercise, homework, everything. Within third day, I got it all back, all my senses, and everything normal. So fourth day, and then I was very normal and going everything of it. And then after 2 days, doctor I approached of it. They told that out of 10 prescriptions you have, so this two will remove, and rest of the things you have to use lifelong. This is only, I told that I am normal. I don't want to use any medicine of that. All this thing. No, nothing. This is only teaser. Within 1 year, you will get a massive this one. At the time, no, you have to go. So then on the day, you believe it or not, I thrown every medicine into the dustbin. I agreed of it, your point, as long as I continue the same lifestyle. So again, I changed all of my food habits, and because already I have learned it. So everything is this thing of it. Still, I had a little doubt of then whatever I am practicing, whether I am correct it or not on that. Suddenly, the corona has come for me. Earlier, I used to go cycling in the morning along with my psychiatric friends of it. I am not able to cycle the same speed. Suddenly I came to know that all the symptoms what the people has told had got it regarding to the corona is concerned. So because already I know the knowledge how to come out of it, I did not approach the doctor. Then I used the same protocol what I know. This thing, after 4 days, I have come out of that corona. Then suddenly my son was alone, but he also got the same. At that time, I feared a little, and then I asked because already I am having the doctor's name. They told that you use this medicine and then you had to make it. Then medicines means I kept aside. Same protocol, within 1 week he also come normal. Then I have got confidence that yes, medicines is not the thing. We had to enhance the body intelligence and then our own this one of it. So that is 21 of it. And then I changed everything, observing about myself, this thing, absolutely no medicine and no complements, no supplements, everything of it. Only understand your body and how mindfully you are going to your mind, stress-free life, and then what to do all those things of it. Touch wood, till today, not even anything of it. So at that time, my all the what you can say, your diabetes, hypertension, and then the stroke, brain stroke, that's all of it. All today I am with you of it with 100% energy. From morning I'll go to the sleep around 8 o'clock or so, sometime of 7 o'clock itself. But the morning are fresh. Whatever the time I will get up, whether I will get up 2 o'clock or 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock, that is immaterial. With fresh energy, no question of any this. Morning I'll go for golf after 6 o'clock and then come back and routine. Any invitations like that I'll go. Otherwise, absolutely normal of it. That is a full of energy from morning getting till the evening of it. I don't go sleep in the afternoon or any time, all these things. So this is my story personally. So at that time, I'm telling a bit why the fear of the doctor, medicine, and so much of that. So that is the main is happening. So if this is the situation, then come to the artificial intelligence. So even the intelligence is there, then make it. But when they come to the business perspective, yes, doctors they had to survive their own business, and all we people are also doing business. Then we had to think about whether you require or not, how you survive of it. That is one thing. The next is coming to that the governance, that who is responsible for what. Suppose if the patient in the hospital, you know that the moment you go, they are getting signed itself. Whatever we are giving blank check to them, whether to if survival comes on your luck, not because of what they are doing of all those things of it. That is in the health is concerned, because where I am concerned more, all is not required. Coming to the other fields, say that banking, coming to the manufacturing, who is responsible for what? So who is responsible for the bank fraud? And what all the securities all making, every time we are learning with the new and that. So in AI concerned, what I feel that in entire life cycle, you should have a check and balance of it. Not at the end of it, at every day. What Venkat was telling about that, first is the system to check it. Any malfunction is happening. First itself. Next is subsequently of that. The audit is not at the end of the day, but you had to do at any point of crucial time, the audit should be there of it. Not after completing that. There is a saying in Telugu that Chetul Galna Kakul Patkoni Prayojanam Ledu anes. Before it, how we can make it open. So more compliances and more this one of it. But with this more security, can we do the deliverable of it? And who is going to that? Is a big things is there of it. And you all the technology people had to think about people first, technology. Either people led by the technology or technology led by the people, imbalance of it. So unless until people is the first with the technology, we cannot do anything of it. And again, the credibility and accountability, that what the sir is told about feast, fairness, and then transparency, all those things you have to think of it while you are doing of it. Not over enthusiasm investing and then after that cribbing. Before investing and before deliverable, all these things you have to check and then you have to use the best of it. Because AI is doing wonders. What sir was telling about in the finance sector, legal sector. But where these sectors where the lot of crunch of data is there, then again second point is about the data. So what is the data is quality of the data is concerned? Is it authentic data is concerned? No, nobody will give the authentic data. I tried. One of my student was doing a PhD in cancer is concerned. No hospital is going to give the original data because he has to finish the doctorate. Hypothetical data has to come finish for the numbers is concerned. Then what is the credibility here? So these are the crux of the things of it. So we had, because all the young people are there, for us is money is not an issue because pension will get, we enjoy the life, rest of the life, because I am 69 plus. So rest of the life, whatever that, without any question of before breakfast, you had to use this medicine, after breakfast, lunch, no, nothing of it. I am going purely an intelligent and mindful way of it. So you think about it in the business perspective, how credible, who is responsible for what. So every system they are making responsible, not taking up. If in the hospital, present days, if any hospital, if you can go, immediately they will sign at the very beginning to enter itself. You will go for one. My close friend, he went for the checking of knee pain. But his son is a doctor, daughter-in-law is a son, is also a doctor. But when he went it in the so-called hospital, they gave it, no, you had to have heart problem is there, heart surgery, he had to do it. He went for the knee surgery and went to heart surgery.
Account mining, how we are doing right now. Once we get the customer, we try to get more business.
Then that is reputed. Again, the same is, they told the 3 levels. You want to the single room with shared one or this one. And again, they told that, see, 2 lakhs they have to give cash.
No, that is what, sorry. When you buy the laptop, they will sell all other accessories. Right?
And then what is that? He said, they told about service is the same, but if you pay more, you will get a privacy. So in the name of privacy, you had to sell the money of it. So that is the system of it. In this type of system, how we had to use the technology, you had to, people has to think about. This is a reputed, this thing, survival. We cannot blame anybody because they have got the all the survival things of it. So youngsters, before investing and before doing, double cautious about the AI is concerned and how the outcome, but who is responsible for what and what is the governance. Each and every step of your life cycle of the AI, you should be in a check and bounds of it. And then you had to put your this one, not over enthusiasm like way that by taking all those things. But ultimately, I don't know where it will go into. Every time we are learning in the system. The before this fellow was there in SEBI and all those things. Every time we are learning. There is no ultimate. If we have learned like that, that is the life cycle of it. So keep in mind, all you people put your right governance and responsibility and structure, maturity. Maturity, I can say that that is not one day's job. Always is a comma only. You can never full stop about the maturity is concerned.
I want to add one thing just on the side. By using natural intelligence,
Yeah.
he hypnotized himself to become a healthy person. So we should always like not too scary about the health. See, because there is a starting point, end point, and like we don't have any much control on that. Always like take life as a challenge. But always like as I said, whenever I'm auditing, I'm always getting the challenging. So now I move.
One point here, what Raj was telling, see, life is very simple. Food in our control, is it not? What to eat and what not to eat. And thinking is in our control. We should what to think, what not to think. If you have that control is enough, more than enough. But beyond that, nobody can help you.
So that's what I used to tell whenever I go to any conference market. I'll explain like I have 30 years of marriage experience. I have 30 years of marriage experience. So that people appreciate. Like everyone in the room know, right? Managing wife intelligence management system is not the game.
Yes,
I'm doing it very like, well structured. Always she appreciates. It's very important.
No, that is he knows the governance and he is mature.
So now
I think just
yeah, please.
I don't want to waste it. The father of modern economics. They claim and matter of thinker. Adam Smith proposed long back. But we should keep something. So his great part is coming from the human side. Efficiency is coming from the machine side. Yes. Technology side. The technology is good. We need to be efficient. We need to run the numbers. We need to make the reports. We need to ask questions, answer the questions yesterday. That's all fine. But is it right?
But how would you justify so right?
I think
You are intelligent. So why did you say
My intelligence, say is right. So from his perspective, it would be wrong. Because one single point can have a different perspective.
in the name of efficiency, we are all carried away by the business practices of cheating.
Yeah. That is the main.
We are unable to say it. I think that is a mystery.
And that's why the intent
MPS goals,
is more important.
Wherever we go, transactional economy, social economy, everybody wants to learn.
That's all. The moment money comes, that's all.
We want to create algorithms to make it more efficient, to distinguish
Divide.
to make more money.
Yes.
To make money. I think I don't know. AI systems will institutionalize it, scale it, and beautifully it will cheat.
No doubt about it. No, because in
That's why governance is all the more important.
Important than industry.
The mechanical instruments can cheat
If I did not elevate, now, one scenario in my city, when you traveling on the road by car or something, some old age people comes to you. They ask that I need some help on my device. I'm not able to do it. And so when you look at that phone, it will capture your face. And then when you trying to finger, it capture your
Fingerprints. Yes. That is a problem. Going on.
But that's also creating a lot of AI.
Not only that, sir. In that, see earlier.
To be aware of
Everything.
yeah, we will continue. Sanjay, now is our
Relax and
correct,
what there is only, there is no end for it.
yeah. Two people in our group, more than 6 feet. Very good. Now, so the average height बढ़ेगा ना? Average height बढ़ेगा.
Average is 5.8.
Now everybody is there. Average height is 5.8. Very good. Okay, Prashant.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon. My name is Prashant. So before I would say that part of WAIG Foundation and Director Global Alliance. Before that, I have been part of WBBA, which is World Broadband Association, as a chairperson for Artificial Intelligence Working Group based out at Geneva, Switzerland. The primary goal and vision for this non-profit organization WBBA is that the use of artificial intelligence in telecom industry specific to the broadband domain. So yes, 2 years back, artificial intelligence was a hype, and that time we do not have any solutions with respect to artificial intelligence used in a telecom industry. And in a last year, Mobile World Congress, they were decide and they have identify that how we can leverage artificial intelligence in telecom broadband industry. So they have given a one statement that AI for network and network for AI. Okay, it has been given to the telecom industry across the globe, where almost 2,500 telecom companies are there, including US, Latin America, Europe, Asia Pacific, and Middle East as well. So, what are the use of AI? Okay, so another statement they have selected and given to the industry is that mobile to mobile or machine to machine communication would be possible with artificial intelligence, because there is no human interaction is required, and the intent of the human being cannot be judged. Okay, so we can leverage the artificial intelligence in telecom industry for mobile to mobile or machine to machine communications. As far as concern about the connectivity, right? So the first thing was the connectivity, last mile connectivity. So the statement from the WBBA was beyond the connectivity, and now we have a statement from the WBBA is that artificial intelligence can be leveraged to mitigate the existing issues, which the 5G, which is a fifth generation wireless technology communication system, that how we can mitigate those issues, because everybody is talking about the artificial intelligence, right? But if we see that only 10 metro cities within India is fully capable, which we can see that IT has been successfully deployed and leveraged by the people. But there are a rural and villages area are still isolate with this type of features and the technology leverage. And we have to concentrate on that part itself, that if we want to mitigate those issues, and last mile connectivity would be the villagers and urban areas. So this is the primary concerns. That's why what is the primary concerns with respect to artificial intelligence in a broadband industry is that pre-deployment of broadband in any specific area, and what are the analytical tools we can leverage. And this year MWC is going with agentic AI. Okay, so there might be a chance multiple different agents can be leveraged to mitigate these issues. But at the same time, governance will come in picture, and it is a pleasure and wonderful initiative taken by World AI Governance Foundation from India, and WBBA Geneva has signed the MOU last week itself to mitigate this type of challenges in Asia Pacific as well as the across the globe. Okay, so whatever the governance related tasks will be there in a telecom broadband industry, WAIG will taken care with respect to what should be there and what should not be there, right? So primary concern is that everybody knows the importance of artificial intelligence, but where we have to stop the use of AI, where we cannot know the intent of human beings, right? So this is the biggest challenge. So if we say why 6G has been in research and development immediately after fifth generation of wireless communication, there are many drawbacks of leveraging 5G, which is primarily its capex cost is huge to deploy fifth generation wireless communication across the world, and health issue, as you said, that the using the 5G, and each and every tower should be deployed within a 5 to 10 meters distance, which is not possible in India. Okay, and that's why the industry has decided to go with the 6G, and this is the primary concerns that 10 CR is the primary cost for a single BTS, which is base terminal system, should be deployed in a telecom industry, and we have almost 7,50,000 towers. So you can imagine 7,50,000 towers multiplied by 10 crore. So huge capex cost is involved. Okay, and still we have a people, we have a subscriber in India. We 60% people are still leveraging 2G, 30% still are using 3G, and only 15 to 18% people are leveraging 4G. Then why we require 5G? Okay, so these are the biggest challenges we have faced in a telecom industry as of now, and that's why we have collaborated with WIG Foundation, that what type of governance should be required. It should be a sectoral specific, it should be a geo specific, and how to mitigate those stuff. So these are the primary concerns with respect to technology. Earlier we have a hardware based solutions, and we can see that software based solutions, and now we have a cloud-based solutions. So in telecom industries, cloud-native solutions can be offered. So we have to identify that how can we leverage the existing infrastructure, and we have seen the network virtualization word, which is network virtualization functions. Okay, have been deployed. That same infrastructure can be leveraged for different verticals using the existing infrastructure, where we can mitigate the issues with respect to capex cost and human being interactions, where we have to be cautious about the intent. We cannot know the intent of the human beings. Okay, so yeah, this is the stuff I would like to convey to the WAG Foundation, where we can see the collaboration between WBB and WAG Foundation. So I would like to close over here, and thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Prashadji. He's a telecom guy. Now, he's expert. No need to say much words about it. Through LinkedIn, he connected. He said, I'm coming to Hyderabad. I thought of going there with a difficult. Then he coming to see that. Okay, he's showing 4 or 5 times. He called me. I said, yes, I want to meet you. But agenda, I don't know. Before going to him, actually. Then he said, Raju, this is my proposal. Right now, I alone. Can you join with me? Because I know GRC, governance, risk, and compliance. He's expert in that, of course. And yeah, I don't know much. So it was tie with me. By the time we ordered a big platter of, combo, he's telling Raju, I cannot eat. Don't worry, I'm After that, also, I insisted him, you have to take biryani. Because actually, they were right. That's what we do. So he's our chef. That's what I offered him. But he also competitively ate with me. There is no question on that. He's on the deck. We performed it. Then we both decided and concluded, yes, we both are. Within 1 month, you won't believe, there are more than 40 people started communicating here. We met, we called everyone, and Raju is with me, we both are doing AI governance. I think he's the only first principal. Of course, Sama sir helped him because Sama sir insisted, Omanji said, you need a AI guy, then only you will success. AI governance, if you want to use that word, you need one AI guy. Luckily, sometimes LinkedIn helps me. Last I got one project. Almost 50 dirhams, so 50,000 dirhams I got within 1 month. So I thought similar with him also, but even I got more network as today we are here because of him only. Otherwise, most of the time I'm hiding it. I'm hiding, really speaking. He explored me. He took my profile everywhere, Raji is there, Raji is there. Instead of that, he's telling Raji is my mentor. Then people use high regards because of his historical background. He himself is saying Raji is my mentor, means people give me like this, right? It is very difficult for me to satisfy that image. Everywhere I go, I prepare well, talk well, right? He's putting me always in trouble. That is a story I want to say. And another day, you like biryani also, right?
Yes.
Yesterday night also you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
With that, he's our founder, and we have to use this.
Thank you.
Today, across the globe, everyone knows that. Across the globe. And he's some of the forums. He's one of the member as a policy maker, and he's taking me to over there also. Okay. And thank you, Amangi, for that.
Thank you.
In front of everyone, I want to express my regards.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Raju sir, and it's a really pleasure to having here and meet with everyone. Okay, and special thanks to AI for also who just joined with us. Let me just give the short background of mine. So I'm a cybersecurity GRC and forensic guy. So it's a very core combination, and I'm doing it. So I work in a various industries. So I just transfer my experience one to another because of the emerging technology. So I learned the technology in a very early stage, and it's my passion. So this is the reason I started with a PhD and doctor certification, and I'm also doctor in artificial intelligence and data governance. I'm associated with the Global Alliance as well, and I am also executive director for the data governance in a London base. But the WIG is our core competency, and we have started the World AI Governance in India. The subject is to Our expertise to deliver to our society first. This is the first motive. Second one is what we earn. Okay, we supposed to be deliver to our society. This is the second part. And the third subject is our Indian. Okay, they are really good in experts in a very like in a education's part, awareness programs, and the technology terms. So I just associate with the Raju sir first, and then associate with the nearby 34 different vertical wise mentors. So why we choose the different vertical? The reason is there is no sector specific as such in a AI available. It's everywhere. So if we discuss about the bank, okay, then we require the one BFSI experts. If we discuss about the automobile, we require the automobile expert. If we discuss about IT, so then we require the IT experts. So likewise, we identify the 34 very specific and the intelligent guy, okay, who are associated with us, like including the telecommunication broadband is available. Uh, Coming to the part of our today's sessions, so why we are here. Recently we just attended the AI governance in our Delhi chapters. So there are very key concepts that they have delivered over the world. So they have started. First one is the seven chakra, then the six pillars, and there are so on and so forth. The government of India also discuss about the capacity part. Okay, as such, right now they are discussing about the how to build the capacity. This is the first chapter they have opened. Second one is there is a infrastructure related and the related the synergy, then the collaboration. Maybe there is a OEMs are available. There are many partners and associates are to be joined. They also engage with the NGOs and the public-private collaboration. Here we are also discussing the same thing, but the something we are just adding over here. In a rural area, okay, the many education industry are discussing about the rurals are now in a lagging of the educations. Now there is a certain changes are over here. Now the rural area also adopted the technology wise, like in a digital technology, like in a mobile devices, broadband services are available, and they are more in a technology wise. If I discuss about the one in a educations and the other one is social educations. So now the societies are more engaged in a social platform. Now this is the main difficult task, okay, where we are facing in a current situation. Now the youngsters, Gen Z, and the guy who don't know about the technology, they also using the social networking platform. Now as a educators, we have the lack information, we have the lack awareness, we have the lack, but technology they are using it in a very frequently manner. Because of this reason, the attackers or maybe the technology based organization, they are using this particular privilege access and they are doing the fraud. Now the governance is a place, okay, organizations are saying, platforms are saying, everyone they are saying we are already mitigate the governance. If the governance are in place, though India and the different state wise, there are millions of rupees, okay, they are failing in a such a governance related issue, because while they are reporting the any such case, okay, they are not able to register the case because they don't have the visibility. Sometimes digital arrest issues, sometimes digital fraud issues, sometimes digital pornography issues, or many things. So these are the areas which is called as literacy programs. One is literacy, second one is digital education program, third one is the technology related information awareness program. So now the everything is related with the education part. Our organizations will help to educations and academia to provide such gaps, okay, with the help of n number of things. So maybe in a school academia we will help, okay, similarly universities we will help in a boot camp wise. We try to mitigate the skill gaps, okay. This is the first subject. The second part is we are not discussing and we are not giving the any false commitment. We are working in a directly to the act upon the subject matters, okay. So there is no commitment at all, okay. Please provide the projects, we will deliver the services, okay, based on our expertise base. And we are not giving the any false commitment. Reason being, we have the experts available, and our main core responsibility to deliver the services in a timely manner, provide our expertise in a grassroots level, and whatever we learn and earn, we're supposed to deliver to our society in a timely manner. Okay, it's the right time to deliver these services to across India first. Similarly, we are associated with the various global council like AI for All, WBPA. So we are the knowledge partner for the WPP. We are associate partner for the AI for Global. Similarly, we are engaged with the Indian many of the organizations where we are as a working as a knowledge partner. So why we are associated with the knowledge partner? The reason is we supposed to be provide our expertise and our information in a transparently to across the all the society, like in a children's, women's, senior citizens, and experts as well. Our responsibility to deliver the education in a grassroots level at any uh, verticals. Okay, this is our motto. I'm just giving a short here, and thank you very much.
So, yeah, good afternoon to everybody. And it's a privilege to be here. And at the outset, I would like to thank Dr. Umang for providing me this opportunity. I was a bit hesitant because of some reasons, and he sent me a ticket. I have to pay him still. I have not paid him, and I'm thinking about it. So, that is on a lighter part. That is on a lighter part. But yeah, before I get into my personal a bit of aspects, I think it will be good because that is what everybody did a bit. So with the 53 years of age, 30 years of professional experience, 25 years of marriage experience, tomorrow happens to be my 25th marriage anniversary. So I was wondering. Uh, Dr. Umang sir was telling me the dates. I was getting confused, and then finally he said, "No, it is Ravi. You have to come on 23rd, 24th night flight. You are back. So 25th, I am saved. So it is important for me to be there on 25th, so that my next 25 years probably go smooth. Yeah, something. Yeah, Feb is 25 years. So again, thanks to Dr. Umang for that date adjustment. I left the previous organization last year. I would say December. I met Dr. Umang. I think we were connected on different platforms since last 2 years. I met him around a year back, and he had this concept of AI governance. And the governance is the word which is very close to me because I have seen the governance failing and the consequences of the failed governance. Um, so in January, I started my own venture. The name of my company is Building Blocks of Business, something which is very basic. Building blocks of business. It has nothing to do with AI because when I was thinking about this, I connected with some of my entrepreneur friends who have been into the business for last 15 years, 20 years, etc., etc., and they told me this is all nonsense. Unless and until the AI word is there, you will never be able to be successful. And to me, more than AI is what all we heard today: augmented AI, no AI. But unless and until there is a governance part of it in AI, we will not be able to be successful. And that is why when I had a word with Dr. Umang, and Dr. Umang said that I need to onboard you on this, and we will be focusing on not on AI but on AI governance, and that really was a deal maker for me. This is something very very fundamental for my own venture, and therefore my association with WIG, because it focuses on governance at the AI level, and my organization, uh, I wish to deal with the governance at all the level. To me, the governance does not start from the boardroom. Basically, governance, the thoughts might be starting from the boardroom, but actual implementation, unless done at a ground level, the entire governance will fail. And I have seen that happening very, very closely. And I have been one of the victims of a failed governance, if I have to say. So, who would understand better than me the importance of governance? With that, I have nothing much to say because we are involved in making sure that how, uh, through whatever little experience that I carry, how we are able to propagate this idea through various boot camps. Uh, uh, basically focusing on young generation, because today somebody said, during the breakfast I was having a discussion with Prashant sir, and I told him, I got to understand about AI, chat GPT, maybe a year back. I was never using it. I went to my daughter and I told her that, there is something called as chat GPT. You put this and this happens and that happens. She was looking at me, oh yeah, wow. She's a product of COVID. She's a software engineer and she graduated in the year of, post COVID she graduated. She told me, Dad, for those period I was dependent on ChatGPT and I studied basis that, and I have been able to pass, be it coding, non-coding, etc., etc. And what she told me that, in fact, I have contributed to the learning of the ChatGPT. I said, how? Because the way I asked questions. So, we say AI and ML. So the machine was learning because of me. So this is where the AI has made so much of inroads. And Prashant sir today said AI is 20-year-old. Somebody said it is finance. You said it is 40, 50, 60 years old. Artificial intelligence. Huh? But in this game of artificial intelligence, we should not lose our natural intelligence. And I think that is where the natural intelligence is nothing but the governance part of it. And unless and until we focus on governance, we would fail in this concept. And that is what I have to say. And thank you so much. Once again, I would like to thank Dr. Umang. Uh, Before I got onboarded, Dr. Umang had my discussion with Dr. Raju, and Dr. Raju also then concurred. So thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you so much. And it is pleasure meeting all of you here. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Whenever someone wants to join, right? Okay. Maybe to be shared, right?
Smart
Raju
move.
will let you. Raju will let you.
It's really, I'm just doing it as an independent. I'm not taking anybody on board in a way. And Raju sir already discussed the many times. Among how many person to be on board? I said this is supposed to be limited to 25 to 35. Okay. Why?
I come from a very humble background, from Bihar, a village part of Bihar, and my mom was third standard studied. My father was a compounder, 5 sisters, 1 brother. So I have seen plenty. Yeah. So yeah. So I came from that background, and I have been in close to 20 years in tech industry and mostly into innovation and transformation initiative. That has been my forte. Couple of years back, I was doing something a step back, maybe. For last 4 or 5 years, I have been into AI modernization and AI applied AI, making it into production space. Couple of years back, I went into MIT Circle, and within that MIT Circle, we were establishing a Gen AI community of CXOs and CTOs, and I was a founding member there. During that process, something sparked. Okay? And what sparked was there's a statement from a writer called Arthur C. Clarke in Britain. And he said that anything sufficiently advanced, technologically advanced, is like magic. Okay? And that struck me. And I started thinking that, you see, all the leaders, be it Bill Clinton or whatever, they talk very nice, but they always had huge intelligence behind them, in form of a team, in form of whatever, right? So immediately I connected that this is once in a lifetime opportunity for people at large to take that intelligence in their hand and make something, build something. Yes. And this was the starting point. This gave the birth of AI for All Global. I was already a leader in MIT's leaders community, but I wanted to do it ground level impact. So I started with that initiative. So AI for All Global right now is founded in Netherlands with 4 founders. 3 of my co-founders are based in Europe and USA, very renowned people. And since beginning, Mr. Umang was behind me. So he read out. We had very candid conversations, multiple conversations, which later translated into building trust, okay, and the trust translating into a relationship. Okay. And that's a good connecting point for governance, because the way I defined governance, a techie futurist, is governance is basically three things: uh, ensuring trustable, reliable, and secure. Okay. These three things at application level, at system level, at organization level, at country level, right? Whatever level you apply it. That's how I see governance. And what's happening with AI, that whole trust system is at question mark. And they're interdependent. If something is not trustable, it's not reliable. So trust system is at question mark. And the development that's happening in AI space is so rapid, people are not able to catch up, especially the people in governance space are not able to catch up. That what do we do in this space to make things trustable? And I really think many a times we are not doing things right. For example, Sarij from finance, so he would understand there are some processes in organization. For example, claim process. Everyone will understand claim process. You purchase something, you want your company to pay. This is based on a trust mechanism that you will give a bill and that bill is approved. Can that process be trusted anymore? It cannot. We can say that put some governance, somebody checks it, but the reality is the more you change behind it, the AI is getting much more smarter. The point is, you need not to, of course, at certain points, you need to redesign the governance model, but it's very important. We are at a stage when we need to reinvent trust model. That's the biggest part. We need to think, how do I trust you? How do I trust this process? And it's not that the same process will not stay the way it is. We are trying at many angle, but that's a moving target. So, and that's where I see the governance plays huge role, and governance need to reinvent itself. That's what it needs to do. Yeah. So that's my take on governance and why it is important, and how I'm helping is that a couple of years back I also started working on Global Chartered for Ethical AI. I actually also presented into United Nations, and it was very well perceived, very well. And so there are some conversations going on. See, the thing is, governance and ethics; these topics are not books; these are practices. Yeah, and that's where things become tricky. How to bring that book into practice? It's a tricky game to play, and thankfully we have such a smart team, and with experience they know how to carve out the path. That path cannot be a one straight line for everyone. It has to be carved out for every specific situation. So with AI for all global, what we are trying to do is enabling the leaders, the students, the tutors, the professionals to be aware how AI works, so they can make use of it in their specific context, how to govern it, how to do things. And that's our capability, that's our interest, that's our mission. That is what we strive for. With me, Manish here. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm Satish. Actually, Raju and myself did masters and PhD in IT Kharagpur at the same time, so that's how we both are connected. Okay, I have a startup in engineering services and consultancy, especially for the energy sector. Yep. So regarding this, like, yeah, I don't feel. I mean, I'm very much different from any one of you here because I'm into core engineering space. Okay, but with applications of AI, okay, into engineering. So I don't feel AI is something new for me because since we started doing masters, there were subjects like fuzzy logic, okay, genetic algorithms, neural networks, which all gradually over a period of time have been renamed, rechristened as AI. So that's how, and the moment I say like automation is very much important in the field of engineering, and automation is evolving as AI. What it was doing by self, okay, like ignitions in your start and all those things, it's all kind of on automation. They're doing things self without the human intervention. So, and today it is being called as AI from instead of automation. And in the field of engineering, like everything is getting automated, everything like it's remotely operated, predictive maintenance, um, all these buzzwords are there, which is nothing but you're gathering data from the site and then trying to analyze the data and then trying to make intelligent decisions. That is what we are calling. Before that it was called SCADA, and SCADA is renamed again as artificial intelligence. That's how I'm saying it. In the field of engineering, especially what's happening today is, especially in the core subjects like civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, we don't have many people. We don't have many people studying those core subjects as well. Okay, in a college of 1,200 students, 1,000 are opting for artificial intelligence or computer science based courses, and then only there are 200 students who are into these core A subjects. It could be like 50 for 30 or 40 into civil engineering, 40 or 50 into mechanical. So what's happening over a period of time is that you don't have experts. Engineering is completely experiential. You can't say like you can read from a book and do things. Of course, book you need to have the fundamentals from books. But the thing is, when you go to the field, there are certain experiences that are there that would, only experienced people know it, and they can guide the youngsters. Today, not many people are studying engineering, and whoever is there in the field of engineering, they will be retiring in the next 4 or 5 years. Our generation will be out of the out of the syllabus, exactly. So the youngsters do not have an experienced person to guide them. Fortunately, these GPTs like Chat GPT, Claude, Perplexity, like a Grok, and then Gemini have come at the right time. Okay, you pose them a question like, I want to design this, you give your parameters, it is instantly giving you the design. That's one good part of it. But here the point is whether it is giving the right design or not, one should judge it. Here the experience comes into place. So if I'm a person, like if I'm there, last week also I was designing one tank, baffle plate. Okay, baffle plate is something like a plate which is inside a tank which is carrying liquid. It would normally take for me 1 week or 10 days to design. Now I've designed it in 1 hour or 2 hours at the most. So that is the speed it has brought to the engineering design. Okay, from days to kind of hours, and from months to days. Okay, that's what I've been experiencing. There earlier I was trying to design an actuator for a aircraft. Okay, so that also, like, I do not know anything about our actuator, but what I have is fundamentals. I can judge what is right, what is wrong. With those fundamentals, I tried to do it without knowing anything. It gave me thrown me something, but I was trying to verify it with Gemini, what Gemini is giving, what Perplexity is giving, what Chat GPT is giving, what Grok is giving. So that is the way I'm trying to learn myself, even though I don't know things, but I have basics so that I can see like whether it is right or wrong. Okay, so that way the efficiency is improved. But the thing here, question is for the youngsters, there need to be kind of somebody who has to evaluate their results, because they are very smart. They'll just say, "Hey, if I give a problem, they'll go to ChatGPT, they'll design it, and then they'll throw it at me. My job is done." But here comes like, because these are mission critical systems, right? Anything happens, like if a civil engineer breeds something goes wrong, lot of loss of life and money. Okay, so that is where we have to see the control on the things, like whether things are being designed properly by AI or not, because the youngsters do not have any experienced person who come who can guide them to say that this is right. They've just done it earlier, like there are some people, like even for me itself, if I have to design something, I'm not sure like whether I know whether I'm doing right or wrong. So it's kind of situation where to start also I do not know, but with the help of these tools I know where I can. It is giving me some starting point, but I cannot judge whether it is right or wrong. Okay, so I'm in that kind of dilemma. Okay, but at least I'm there for my juniors. Okay. And engineering is going into a stage like it's not just this kind of automations. It is called digital twin is going to be the future, or it has started just recently. The digital twins are going to be there everywhere, even in the medical field, anywhere you see. And digital twins means you are having a replica of the system that is operating at the seat. You are seeing here the data is coming from there. The digital twin is, you can see how the data is functioning, or your intelligence is being applied, how it is working. So in order to give reliable results and as you said, trustworthy results, we need to know the system. So there has to be a lot of control that needs to be brought in. So which needs to be taught a lot. Again, some kind of, it is better that there is a lot of information in the world, but we do not know where it is, because there are so many regulatory bodies, there are so many experts, okay, all have some bits of information, bits and pieces. Now with the help of these tools, all things are coming onto one platform and you can easily see all of them at a time. Even if you want to search internet, it will take days and months to get the reliable information. And some of them, like you say these journals are all subscribed. You can't afford to have those journals. With the help of these tools, we can, they are subscriptions, so they pull the data from there and give it to us. That's one good part of it. But so with the digital twins coming, so it has to operate things correctly. If you do not do some mistake here on the digital twin, immediately at the site, in no time the mishap would happen. So there should be authenticity, there should be validation of the things. And day before yesterday, I had a dream, coincidentally.
About AI?
Not it's about AI, but it's a human. It's a humanoid. I mean, like some people were sitting next to me. So we were introducing, one person was silent. I asked him, like, it was happening in the dream. Then suddenly I asked him, why you are not speaking? He said, I'm not a human being, I'm a humanoid. You are exactly looking like a human being. How come you are a humanoid? Then suddenly I was scared in my dream itself. This is a humanoid. We don't know how it functions, how it operates, what kind of decisions it will take. It may kill us, it will do good to us. So that's why I was feeling that there should be a lot of control because humanoids are going to be there in future and everywhere it's going to be there. Or maid servants or farmers, everything would be humanoids. And then this kind of governance system should be there which can control things because humanoids are going to be our neighbors or friends or whatever it is. And ChatGPT and all these tools, it's nothing but you're talking to on your laptop, but in future they would be going to be humanoids because you can talk and pose them any question and then it answers back. So it is as good as talking to your friend. Here there are no limitations. You can talk anything with the ChatGPT and it answers your back. So that they are going to be our friends future. And if they take a human form, then it has to be more and more controlled.
Only I read that in US they opened an AI campaign where you're talking to the AI robots.
Okay.
So you go there, they have a provider from devices there and talk there, they reply back. That's the AI campaign.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like I'm also like when I'm bored, I take all those 5 channels like Grok, Cloud, and all those things I put on. I saw Nagaraj dull today. What happened to him? He is born on this particular day. This is as per his astrology birth chart. What is it? It answers something, and it starts a conversation and goes into. So that's how it is going to be in the future. They are going to be our friends and whatever companions, whatever. And I'm also the vice chairperson of an organization called SpeakMake, which is into Society of Promotion of Indian Culture and Art Among Youth. Okay, so I mean, in the recent times, I joined this organization. So and now I'm interested to learn music and all those things, or listen music and art forms and all those things. So today, if I open YouTube, I do not know which one is real, which one is fake, because of the AI things.
So they started implementing those policies.
Yeah.
Just 3 hours if you are not justifying your remove it.
Yeah.
But it will take time.
It will take time. So, I mean, by the time like somebody gets misguided because he is listening to an AI based raga or something which he doesn't know what it is. It may be correct one, but we do not know unless somebody certifies it. It's not certified.
Yeah, and the slog is creating so fast that even if it gets tagged, it could be that people lose interest to social media. And it's happening with youth.
Yes.
Hello?
If you use AI as a assistant, definitely it will be very helpful. or either it is emulation. You can emulate the data and you see whether it is right or not. In that, who will justify whether it is right or wrong? In that case, you need somebody, experienced people on the board who will justify this is right or not. And then these people can, be like a mentor, can be a into what is facing two challenges. One is stupid intelligence, and second artificial intelligence.
That is true, 100%.
So that's
about Satish. And this is the other part. We met 1991 July, and we shared master. After that, we were continuing. And mostly every weekend, alternate weekend, we meet for breakfast time. There are more than 35 plus core IT and PhD candidates are here. And we meet very frequently, and we talk too much nonsense.
a stupid intelligence.
Our major is drinking all of that. That is my major problem. That is major problem. I don't know if something they are trying to correct, I think it's very difficult.
Making a clone will be easy.
Yeah.
I experienced
Yeah.
I was surprised. Oh,
So whenever we sit for breakfast or dinner,
Venkat was given a shock. Huh?
people from IIT, I don't know, they are from PR, very numerous people like that, they get carried. I'm from PR. Yeah.
So that's it, like from my side.
So now I want to tell this birthday boy. Manish ji. And thanks Manish ji for having program with myself and Rohan. It was very good actually.
Celebrate my birthday together with you. So really appreciate. And it's really a experience which I will cherish for remainder of my life. So thank you for that opportunity, Umang sir, Raju sir, and all of you. Uh, I'm part of AI for All core team, as you heard from Prabhat. And I will not repeat what he said, but today I'm going to tell you something personal about my experiences and why, in my four examples, why the need of governance is very much essential. In four parts of my life, I'm going to share it in very brief and thought-provoking idea. I'm I worked in IT consultancy companies for last 22 years, and it has given me opportunity to be in different countries. Last 15 years alone, I'm out of India, working in US, China, UK, and now 10 years in Netherlands. Uh, while being trusted advisor to various companies, I face a lot of complex projects, complex scenarios. Being an architect, one of the most important responsibility for me is to first simplify and be very, very front of the technology for adoption, for the success of that project, completion of that project, and also manage the chaos technology causes. 3 years back, I was with one very large, world's largest private media company. And as you know, the generative AI part of AI has been really, really successful to quickly create articles, advertisement, media, and so on. It has been so good. It has been improving. And while meeting the C level, and we showed the benefit of it, uh, they were really confused. Not about AI, but the way their company operates. While they publish 600 plus different articles or magazines or websites all over the world, they are very much worried that if one day one thing goes wrong, AI goes rogue, or AI acts against their interest, what will happen? Who is the person whom we will talk to? Who is the person I will held responsible? Who is behind? And the worst part is that most of these large AI providers are hyperscalers sitting in America. In my second experience, I'm talking to IT leaders in Switzerland who are brainstorming why the AI adoption is not moving beyond demos. What stops them? Such a great technology. Code creation has been so easy, so fast. They call it citizen developer means Anybody who can chat well or prompt well can generate a reasonable, good website or code or usable system. What stops it going into production? And it was really, really pathetic to gauge the response that yes, most of the we thought AI will bring innovation, though it brought efficiency and automation, but we are not there. We are not able to gain the part where we wanted to go. And automation has been going, Satish has talked about it, workflows and all this thing has been going. It is a consistent journey last many, many years, decades. We are improving there. To remove human from the loop and doing something really fast, is it able to achieve the end goal? That was very much questionable. And with AI, I think that question needs to be removed through right governance. Right? Third part of society. I live in Europe, Netherlands, and the new government in USA, Mr. Trump, he created havoc in Europe by arm twisting, be it tariff, NATO, or other European policies. There was a survey conducted by the government that if this arm twisting goes really haywire, how much we are protected? How much are you dependent on Microsoft Office or Google Suite or any other product? Can you live without it? Do you have any alternate? And the survey results you can check on the internet. 100% of the local government said we have not. And fourth, which is very close to my home, my son is almost 8 and he watches television every day. And he's watching a program called Brain Rot, which is AI generated content. The music, the sound, everything is automated, is fine tuned for kids to come back and watch again and again and be immersed. I cannot imagine him not watching it for a single day. Sometimes it's a struggle. And what he's learning, is he getting a moral story or he's getting a message how he can do something good in academics or sports or just improve his quality of life in this small age? None. None. With these four examples, right at the boardroom with the C level, tech leaders not able to move beyond demos, government struggling, moving beyond these hyperscaler American corporations, greedy and maybe some intent hiding, and something hitting at my own home, or maybe, if you have small kids. These are four questions which, with AI for all global and being a growth responsible for growth, I see that if we do not act for good governance, ethical adoption, at right in this step, and coming from a country 1.5 billion people in India, we will be at greatest risk and disadvantage. And we want to change with democratizing the ethical use of AI and propagate the education in the right way. Even education in the hand of few, what we say, very large players. So with those concerns, we have taken first step and we are really pleased to meet you all. Please come to our forum, talk, propagate your knowledge. We have done some podcasts and we will be very happy and eager to, Prabhat and I will see what opportunities we can use it as a gateway for West and let's build the cooperation.
His wedding anniversary.
Oh, tomorrow, yeah.
Wedding anniversary. Good, 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 good. Happy anniversary.
Thank you so much for this.
Happy wedding anniversary.
And may God bless you
Thank you so much. Thank you.
to continue to
Thank you so much. Thank you.
శుభాకాంక్షలు. It's all Sanskrit, Mahil Gare. No, that's all Sanskrit. Vivaha Mahotsav Subhakanksha. Anతే, simplify. Oh, Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Now, I'm expecting that cake for everyone.
మీరు కూడా రాయమ్మా, ఈ నంబర్ నువ్వు కూడా వచ్చావురా, పేరు నా
So, guys, thanks, Nagaraj sir and Umang ji. Okay, so coming to me, so I have around 2 decades of experience in enterprise applications. Okay, been around the world like Manish. So, any continent I was there, Europe, US. So, predominantly into the SAP, Microsoft, and Oracle domain. Pure domain technical aspects, and 1 year back I moved from to the entrepreneur journey, like, okay. So how I know Nagaraju sir, so I met him 4 years back in the Confederation of Indian Industries, Satish Garu, and we were part of the IIT panel discussions. Okay, that's how our Guruji I met him, like, sir. What we do in Quadrix, 3 layers. One is AI development and services. The other is the AI cybersecurity and the AI governance part. So from the AI development and services, what we do some deep tech in the healthcare industry. So we are working with one of the best doctors in the diabetic foot. Okay, so that is our niche product. Still research is going on because a huge data. So what we are doing is like we are reducing the turnaround time. So whenever there is a diabetic foot, there is some influx of temperature difference. Then the bacteria inside there will be an influx, like. Okay, so what we are doing is like we are identifying what is the type of bacteria that particular foot has. So if you do some research, the yellow type of whenever there is a foot with which is having a color of yellow, that is pseudomonas bacteria. That's what almost 6 months we are learning the 10 years course, like. So what we do is like we take the image, we do the segmentation. We have Medgama, the open source models. I think Prabhat can understand the technical details. So we segment the model, we identify what is the color of that particular bacteria, and then we'll say, we recommend to the doctor that this is a type of bacteria. It can be 90% accurate. Sometimes what we saw is like 25,000 patients, the accuracy is around 82.5%. That's our accuracy. Okay, and it was helping doctors. Okay, so that is one part. The other part is like from foot to plumb line analysis. Have you heard about plumb line? Plumb line physiotherapists, so they say you stand straight and then they analyze your plumb line. Okay, body posture. In the technical terms, it's a plumb line. Normal, let's say. So we are working with the physiotherapist actually. We have one of the client. It's also a research oriented thing. So what we do is like we analyze the posture things, and then they will do the correction part. We just recommend like this is the type of postures. That is one part that we are doing, and the other part is like we are working with the dentist. Okay, on the facial dentist. Currently, we are working on the CBCT scanning. Maxilla and mandilla. Maxilla is the upper and the mandilla is the lower part. So what we do is like we analyze the tooth, and there are three aspects to it. One is the pre-processing part, the analysis part, and the post-processing. In the analysis part, we do basically it's like sectioning, then nerve tracing, and then that's a screwing mechanism they say. So we are helping the doctors to reduce the TAT thing also. So predominantly we want to reduce the TAT and helping the doctors like, because these dentists are they are having PhD in the dento or something, I forgot like. So we are working, they are in Bangalore. So what happens is whenever you visit a doctor, a dentist, so he takes that CBCT 3D scanning photograph. That document is nothing but a DICOM image. So one DICOM image may have around 1,000 to 2,000 images. Like we need to analyze those DICOM images and support the thing. That is one part that we are doing. Apart from that, we do normal small projects with automation. Somebody was talking about automation and other things. Yeah, agentic, generative AI. That is part of the AI. Apart from that, we do training programs. So for the colleges, and we do the faculty development programs, and also we do corporate training. So we recently we have done a corporate training for one of the US biggest hospital. They tried in their it's a GCC in Hyderabad, very big. I think I can name Providence is the company. Okay, so what happened? They tried internally training their through AI folks, but they miserably failed. We, as a small company, they came to us because it was like Nagaraj sir only introduced us. Like so, we did well. It was like 8 hours straight on 5 days generative AI training. Okay, so that went well. So we are getting few more. That is from the education side. From the cyber security side, we are working closely with Umangji. So currently we are working with two research projects. One is the cyber crime, the other is the forensic analysis. So 4 months back, we got something from the forensic side. So my team was doing pixel analysis, predominantly into the segmentation, same process like. And from the cybercrime, we are still in exploration phase. We did our analysis. That's how, from the governance side, so we work closely with Nagaraj sir. He is the best. So that's what we do from the Quadric side.
Don't go for qualification certificate. I want to certificate होना चाहिए ना. Otherwise, how can I secure a teacher?
Yeah. So we are a small company. So basically, we have around 45 folks, predominantly. Yeah, I am the oldest, 45, but rest of my folks are under 25 years. My co-founder is 30 years. So we do literally deep tech. And apart from that, we have an NGO, Sankyantra Foundation. So what we do from NGO point of view is like we support the not the urban kids, but the rural kids. So we have an MOU with Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya. Okay. Yeah, JNV. JNV. So we went there. We were teaching the AI to those folks. Excellent kids. Those guys are not in this generation kids because they are not having any cell phone or anything. Yes. Sir,
Original mind.
yeah,
So
we,
they will grasp like anything. That is the difference.
yeah, because these guys, when, see, I think what I see is like the principal had a vision. He bought one small AI book, made sure that from sixth grade to 12th grade, you need to study that book. If they understand, they don't understand, but they were very good at the vision models. My guys were like, sir, inko, if we can get to our office, 10 days mein they can execute the projects. Like, so that's the level of the raw talent. Yeah, original. And when I asked the sixth, I went to sixth year students and I want to know what, how. So tell me your father's number. My father number is 1, sir. My mother number is 2. My grandfather number is 3. So that's how they connect to their family, and weekly only twice. Okay, that's what we do from the NGO point of view, and we have a AI Anytime YouTube channel with 50,000 subscribers throughout techies, almost all AI techies, and we are sponsored by NVIDIA. So yeah, but thank you. Yeah, my co-founder was not here. He was blessed with baby boy, so he was busy. But I need to thank Nagaraj sir. Initially, he was our backbone. Okay, so we were interacting with him like, and whenever there is, because we do some sessions on the AI from the generative AI and agentic AI. So he used to take the statistics class to us whenever we are busy. So yeah, and Umangji, he is like another backbone. So, yeah, thanks for everything. And now Manish and Prabhat, just want to mention like when I met these two guys, okay, Manish is my friend's friend. Okay, I worked in Sydney, so I recently came back from Sydney due to some personal things. So yeah, that's my Quadric story, my story, and
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Anant Kothar. I'm a practicing advocate in criminal law and cyber law. Prior to that, I was into IT industry in ERP domain and also working for UAE, Sharjah, Emirates, various other Emirates government in municipality and so on and so forth. So my domain was into this thing, but most of the time I was into marketing and legal aspect of uh, my job profile. Then I moved into doing my law degree. So then, because of my background, I started training police officers across various states in CDTI in terms of cyber law, forensics, sometimes cyber security too. But what I feel today, governance, yes, most of us have actually have heard today about governance, but there is a much larger aspect that what we always fail over this period of time is like we do not have the sufficient number of stakeholders, okay, to get that justice done to the victim. We talk about governance, we have IT Act. It is not sufficient today, yes, but still we have IT Act where we struggle a lot of times to fix which crime goes into which particular section. But to get justice delivered, okay, what the best today we are doing is to catch hold who is an accused. That's the best we are doing. But still, again, what I say is like it's hardly 15-20% of the things that we are doing it. But the remaining 80% are going scot free. So this has become an encouragement for cyber criminals to proceed further, doing more crime. Even if they get caught, it is more easy to get outside. So this has been a very difficult problem. And the reason I said the stakeholders is like it is the judiciary, it is advocates, sometimes civil society, and all these people like you should contribute there. So the advocates can actually come and do the necessary job for you in getting the prosecution, doing the prosecution case where the criminal gets prosecuted rather than going acquitted. So I've seen so many cases where police department catch. I mean, it's very difficult to trace out where they are from, especially with mule accounts, uh, fraud SIM cards, and all that. But the difficult thing is like even after getting them, because of one term, what the IT Act basically says, all the criminal activities that falls under IT Act, except for cyber terrorism, are all cognizable in nature, which means you go and tell to a police station, then they will take action immediately. Okay, that is there. But as on even after they catching, there is also bailable in nature, which means they take even after catching, which is a very difficult task by itself. Then after taking them, okay, to the court, they'll get immediate bail. So what good is it catching them? I mean, you have so many resources being wasted for no reason. So me with some other senior people in the industry are fighting that at least the Ministry of Home Affairs should make a simple amendment that it should not be non-bailable. It's as simple as that, because the longer you keep a criminal inside is the lesser number of crimes. So we have been trying to do that, and with governance part of it, I get a lot of criminal cases talking to various police officers across states, and it is mostly seasonal in nature. Okay, something that starts here, okay, will end up in another 2 to 3 months when people start getting aware of it. Okay, then we will get a different crime. That crime group is maybe from Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, and so on and so forth. We'll start having that crime going on for next 2 to 3 months. So this is a seasonal business, and this will flip into something else. Now Telangana kind of a business will go into Karnataka or further or back into North or Central India. So these are the things that I have seen most of the time, and I have seen the bench. See, it is not that I have very due respect for the bench, but the knowledge that they possess, okay, 80 to 90% do not possess cyber related knowledge, neither the police officers. So it gets very difficult for us even to explain what has happened to the bench. Some people are proactive to learn, at least take time and learn, but some people basically reject, or they say, okay, just because this is there, maybe you should give more evidence. In a case in myself that I was dealing with, the opposing party counsel, for whatever reason, for his innocence or whatever, he has put something on an affidavit that they have done some mischief. Okay, when I had pointed out to the bench, they were not ready to consider it because they themselves don't know what exactly that means. They say you need to give more evidence, you need to submit their security practices. I said I can do that, but basically what you are saying is to steal it from them, because that is a private thing. It falls under their private information, confidential information. I cannot get it, but the court can summon it. Neither I could not get a summon from the court to be issued, nor I can get it myself. See, that becomes a different case. See, it's called fruits of a poison tree, which means like however you get the document, okay, that is not there. Evidence you can bring even by hacking into their system. Okay, that is still valid and evidence, but it is called fruit of a poison tree, where sometimes it can be used against you also. So you don't have to mention where you got the information from. However, you are doing an unlawful activity involving yourself into that. And other than that, I'll tell you some two cases. The reason that we are coming in, we're talking about governance and all that. Around 2010, National Security Agency of America started a project called PRISM, when they had this issue with Twin Towers attack and all that. So they can basically look into each and every individual's email, phone number, CDRs, all your, and they can put surveillance on them without any further judicial interventions. So from that period of time, what I have seen mostly, not just with the US but even other countries, is like the technology that we are developing has become a surveillance system rather than it is used. It usually has a backdoor. Now, last 2 weeks ago, we had this issue, privacy issue with WhatsApp. Okay, Supreme Court has clearly mentioned that unless you follow the privacy policy that you gave and the rule of the land, you are going to be kicked off. Okay, now this is a good part of it. At least there is some jurisprudence that the Supreme Court has taken it. That is very good. But who is going to audit WhatsApp that they are not using this information for training their own meta models? They are saying, see, I am saying I am an advocate. You just believe because you think that I am an advocate. Maybe my card says, how will you audit that I am the person? Okay, and this profiling, this has been happening for a very long time. Privacy has become a very rare commodity these days. Now, sir said my call is maybe my Siri or my Android, this thing is listening to me. Sometimes it happens when I'm on a serious discussion with some serious matters. I ask my clients to leave their phone outside, and I carry a 1,000 rupees phone sometimes, where I get my OTPs or very important information I get on that. And I do some kind of a practices here. It's only that, see, it is not that it is not going to track me down, but the thing is, like, I just wanted to minimize how much it will track me. So I'm just, see, in cyber security, what we'll say is reducing the footprint.
Exactly.
We are just mitigating that. So now with all these issues, and especially now what the new hype today happening in the political scenarios is about the Epstein files. When something about digital India has come in 8 months before they came into power. Okay, so how do we expect a proper governance that will come into place? I mean, a stricter government rule will come into place today when he is the same part of the group. See, I'm not against the government. I'm against their policies. See, we have IT policy, 26 years old, and we're trying to fit everything into that. And we find it very difficult because AI generated content, some criminal related content. Now, I most likely will be joining Cyber Security Bureau Telangana, and they have the same issue. They are catching accused, but they are unable to prosecute them. Now they are trying to put people like me with them, so that they have two benefits. One thing, like, I'll not work with the accused there. Second thing is, like, I'm going to support them. I see, I am doing both the sides, from the prosecution when possible, training police officers, or sometimes working with cybersecurity bureau, sometimes as an individual, where my only food and bread will go into the accused only, what they pay me. So that is my other part of the job here, which is the main food and bread for me. So now they are trying to recruit me, asking if I could join them so they could get better prosecution rates. Now, this is the reason that I'm saying is, like, see, we are talking about building something. We're talking about BFSI. We're talking about health sector and all that. Privacy is the least discussed matter everywhere. Okay, and we all have come evolved from basically IT to cybersecurity to AI. Now, both the whole idea of cybersecurity AI are conflicting. Okay, they are contradictory. It's a, I can basically say both the terms are dichotomy to each other, because we are talking about minimal data, privacy, and all that. In AI, we are talking we need more data, so we need raw data, we need personalized data. And the only, see, I personally believe the reason India is being targeted, because people are either naive or they are stupid. Okay, you're getting a better model just because you subscribe to Airtel or Jio. You're getting 18,000 rupees free. I don't know how that is calculated, and these people are losing 18 crores of their personal worth data. I was really surprised about a few years ago, but 6 years ago or 5 years ago, just after Corona also, there's a guy sitting on the roadside putting a Paytm umbrella. You provide your Aadhaar and get a 200 rupees of talk time recharge or something. Okay, so people were ready to give up their privacy for 200 rupees. And the whole concept, if I have to put in, you have phones, your Meta is targeting your WhatsApp. Most of us are on WhatsApp. Okay, and they are personalizing it by giving an email address. So it is a clear systemic profiling of individuals and surveillance. And at the end of the day, see, I know most of you. He's a AI guy. He's from cybersecurity, so on and so forth. So I know how to manipulate you also. Okay, the AI is in such a learning phase. How do somebody know that it is not learning from your traits? So we are already giving our own data, so it knows how to manipulate you. Because it is not just learning cyber security or AI, it is also learning various other subjects, not just into this thing. Individual behavior, yes. So that is what I'm putting. It's individual profiling and surveillance is on you, especially when you give it. I've been asking Central Consumer Protection Authority that India may, when you actually try to use a service, they always keep asking you for your phone number. Why do they need your phone number? European Union doesn't do that. US doesn't do that. Your email address will be sufficient. You can basically use your disposable email address, finish your job, and exit. But India, everything, your email address, your phone number, your credit card fellow asks you, sir, can you provide your alternate number? I have been asked twice or thrice in the last 2-3 months. I said, why do you need an alternate number? Sir, just in case if you miss your payment. Then I said, okay, But how do you think I'm going to receive OTP if my first number is not, primary number is not working? If it is not working, then obviously there will be no bill. Why do you need my secondary number now? Now this, we have around 12 months, no, around 14 months left, I guess, for DPDP to implement. Before that, every organization is trying to scrape off all, whatever data that they want. Your personal, medical, online, photos, anything. Aadhaar, I'll say people distribute Aadhaar as if they are celebrated Satyanarayana Vratam at their home, and they keep distributing my Aadhaar everywhere. So, and even organizations have to understand that they have to respect the governance, because anywhere you go, first thing that you say, banks, insurance, sir, Aadhaar nahi hai to kaam nahi chalega. So why do they need Aadhaar? I mean, when the Puttaswamy, yeah.
Government of India having the one portal, it's called as API set. They're selling the our data as a society data in a completely, not very nominal amounts.
Concept.
No, API set. API set is a API where anybody can download data. It's based on the your study. If you have the file access of credit card, or I just download the information, who has the file access of credit card. There's an option available. Who has the SUV? Okay. Who has the medicine? Okay. Who has the Audi car? According to preference, okay, that who has the information. So now this information along with the Aadhaar card, full name, first name, last name, email address, mobile number. Even in certain cases, they have your last marriage statement as well. In certain cases, they have provided. But in this case, you must have some like banking or finance related companies. So they are providing this information completely. There's no restriction, okay, like in the cross borders. Anybody can avail this information from the globe. There is no border restriction. There is no cross border restriction. There is no IP restriction. Still,
When he said we are giving out as if we are distributing for some.
the reason is they're selling this
They are
data.
not ready. Public at large is not aware of what is going to happen. Applications are
With the consequences, nobody knows.
nobody knows.
See, that is
So it
the
is the
ignorance of the
responsibility of
people out of this world. Even if you go to the bazaar, so they'll ask your phone number. Then why to get your QR code straight away so that you can pay away. Because of the convenience they are doing, not because of the consequence whatever. Are there what they are doing with your phone number? There's nobody knows of it. Even the so-called literates, I can say.
There's another angle as well. Think from businessman. There's a saying that if you are not paying for the product, then you are the product.
Yes.
Yeah? And why would a company give you something free? They need something. So country in general has to provide mechanism so that organizations can flourish. At the same time, our production.
No, I'll
I
just
think that's where the dilemma is.
I'll just say, I think then I'll conclude. How many of you have Wi-Fi cameras at home?
I have.
You have? Sir, you don't. In India, yes. You know. So no, Wi-Fi cameras, mainly Wi-Fi cameras. So that is cheap. You get it for 1,500 and all that. When you're trying to do it, when you're trying to subscribe to the new channel, adding new channel, it will ask you for your location. Why does it require your location? Okay, there was a case with a narcotics department. I think it is Joseph Shine, where they mentioned that he was arrested by the police. Okay, and the magistrate said, "We'll give you bail, provided you give your live location wherever you are." So this fellow has appealed into the High Court, where the High Court has said, "You are violating this fellow's fundamental rights by asking his live location." Okay, he is a proclaimed offender of narcotics, where he has rights as a consumer. Okay, it is getting violated by the organizations, and you are giving it voluntarily most of the time. And even in DPDP Act or whatever the privacy, this thing, the way the information that is collected from you is voluntarily. Sir, you get a 10% discount, so can you give your phone number? Sir, you get whatever this thing, so can you leave your house address or PAN card or something? Now, the word voluntarily, okay, has very serious consequences at the end of the day. Okay, it cannot be contested in any court because that is giving voluntarily. Willingly.
Okay, they are offering like Christmas and Diwali. Okay. Just fill the information, you will get the surprise like in a 2 days holiday tour or 3 days holiday. And everyone there is unknown.
They use good word.
So I say, sir,
But it is fine.
what I say is like, irrespective of whatever it is, see, you today you might know at least after 2 weeks that you know what the issue with WhatsApp has happened in Supreme Court. But I say the day it has happened, because I am an advocate, I know what's happening. Usually, I keep a watch on that, on what's happening in Supreme Court with latest cases. I was able to say that, but before that, even I was not. I was also not knowing. I knew what the case was because it came from NCLT. So continuous, okay, awareness training should be there, irrespective of whatever level I'll be or we'll all be, because we never know what is happening with. There is always 0 day even in AI. Okay, so when the company does not know when it is building it, so 0 day can be anything, right? So we are continuously under surveillance. It is important what sir here has said, that my son is watching this thing. Today we are talking about uh, child getting trained into something, but there is also something called subconscious mind which can be trained. Okay, so how, and Disney, uh, Meta, all these companies has been exploiting that psychological techniques in that. And how do we know this is not being implemented in AI generated content tomorrow, or with us or with children?
So I have recently submitted a proposal in a UA and including the Indian provider. They were rejected. But the same proposal is accepted by the European Union AI. So the subject is in a mobile device, there is a proximity sensors, okay, who sense our emotions and behavior, etc. So according to that, okay, the shooting, okay, the next platforms is in our videos and platforms. Like when a children who are watching a videos, based on the expression, okay, this repeating will be similar kind of thing. So maybe there is a entire episode or maybe the entire season or entire thing. Unnecessarily, okay, there are cookies, behavior analysis in the children. The proximity sensor having the capability to identify the age group. Okay. Yeah. This percentage is a biometric sensor. Biometric sensor having the capability of the age identification. Right? Yes. Now, such kind of things are happening in a, not only for the inside the mechanism, but a technical core competency hardware. So, the behavior analysis are the very non-subject, and before the AI was born, okay, this was available in various constitutions, including the World Health Organization. Yeah, so many organizations they written, including the like protection of the children particular poster.
Huh.
So it is clearly mentioned behavior analysis is restricted for the children. So not only behavior, okay, you cannot do the predictive analysis for the children. Including the senior citizen also, you cannot predict or behavior. There is a age group is a clearly mentioned above 65 and below 30 years. Even these constitutions and the clearly information fitted the various web providers. And all the this social networking technology and their overall all these technologies. Because it knows, okay, nobody can against it. Nobody can try to question about it. And reason is it's a main difference. So behavior analysis provides the number of the clicks
And,
yes,
and
everything.
dopamine inducement, artificial dopamine inducement is another issue. And the day before yesterday,
All the science of psychology, they are teaching in the advertisements, and as well as in this color combination, text combination, and all those things. See, this deep psychology of the things they are using in the technology.
to attract addicted children. And again, another important point I will point out. See, while using the children content, suddenly a adult advertisement will come. See, that advertisement they are not supposed to. Why? The moment it comes, by mistake or by willingnessly they click it, next subsequent series of this content will be thrown into that. Nobody knows all those things. So who has to build the gap? That is again the challenge is coming up. Sir, 2 days ago, there was an interview with Sam Altman. He says, AI making kids dumber. Sam Altman says, it's true for some. And the audience were all laughing at this thing. What does this mean? Some. Aren't they the citizens or the responsibility of the state to look after every individual here? Or are they anything more smarter than the children that they think that they have to laugh together that? And the AI ban, what the social media ban that we are talking about, which has recently come up in Australia, so that should similarly be there in India also, and that should include AI. Yeah. Because the reason what I am saying why AI is uh, at least until what the we say majority of age, which is 18. See, you cannot put everybody grows up at 18, but 16, 15 or whatever the age. When we have this restriction is there for a reason, for driving license, let's say, or for voting. So similarly, because the children do not grow their prefrontal cortex area, so it is totally destroyed. Amygdala is taking charge of it. Emotional brain is taking this one up. The thinking brain is gone. Thinking brain naturally it will come after 18. Right. So till then emotionally the people will be there. But now all these things is down to the zero. See, at the age I observed, I think majority of the illiterate parents, I can say, I don't call educated parents, to keep them silent, they will give the phone. Right. Or to make them to feed the child, they will give the phone. And they want the privacy of wife and husband, they will give the phone. Right. So whom I have to blame them? See, that is all these things is doing by the literates one. The educated people are not literates. Right. They are spending their time with the children, they are doing a false. All the hell is happening because of the literates. Because of they know their privacy, they know their free time. All these things just engaging is a toy. The child is becoming a toy to them. Later on, the child is using the parents as a toy. That is happening of it. Nobody is addressing those things.
I think it's much more
But we have
complicated.
children who are studying on the smartphone. No. That is also, that is you are thinking now. Because as long as the child, what is his age? 13. One or 2 years only he is going to listen to his mother or father. After that, they have to listen to him. Exactly. We are not forgetting about it. The true things you are not observing of it. That is only the camouflage things only you are seeing of it. Exactly. The true nature, because once they become dominant, after 16, no question of. See, when the parents are connected to the children, then only they have the right to correct the child. But nowadays, almost all the people are disconnected. But where is the correction will happen? First, we have to correct yourself as a parent. Then only you can have a right to correct this. That never happened because we are chasing for the money and chasing for the comfort and chasing for the gadget, chasing for the bigger house. The first house is not, I want 4 bedroom, bungalow, all those things of it.
I think it's much more complicated. This
No,
topic
that's
is
what
very
I'm
interesting.
See,
Many
sorry.
dimensions to look
No,
at it.
because if you go into deep of it, it's all this AI. You see, if you go to, because I went to the tribal area. See, the remote places, there you can call in Karnool area, there is Penta, they call it. They are midst of the jungle. They'll have 2 or 3 people will be there. Only 2-4 houses are there. So as long as they and their life, you see that very pathetic. No doubt about it. They are original honest people. Once you bring them to the so-called educated literature and other things, once they see all these trends, among themselves, one will become intelligent. So he make use of that products. I saw original. What you can say, the jackfruit. The outside they will get 2 rupees there. But outside it is 20 rupees or something will be there. So these people will exploit their this thing among themselves and doing of it. So are we educating them
and what we are providing of it. All these things is a big complex. It's a paradox. Huh? We live in the world of paradox, right? Totally. When mom makes a nice bhujia or idli, right? There is no ill intention, right? There is no ill intention when you make good idli, but your child get addicted to it. That is a side effect, right? Uh, a lot of things. That's how innovation happens, right? Innovation happens and comes like nowadays better than teachers. There are some online education, so you need to give it as a side effect. Your child is getting addicted. So where to find that sweet spot, and that is where governance comes in picture to finding that sweet spot. And there's no yes or no. I think. And in between, we have to find out. Yes. What you have rightly said is now the governance is over. But who is going to give it in the right way? That also is a big challenge. I was in a United Nations session, and the Prime Minister of Greece was there, and he was giving a speech. He said that there is a common belief that government is the most powerful entity, but reality is, in current state, we are not. We are really being sidelined when there's big tech players are there because they are driving the public sentiment and they are driving things. Huh? So they are the weapons of mass influence, mass destruction. See, they are dictating the even that whom they want to be sit in the chair. So beauty is finding the middle line. That's all. Our Raju sir will help us get it there. No, but Raju sir harness should come into the picture. That is the main governance.
So actually, I have one anecdote. About 2000, 2000 time frame, US government launched a requirement to create a standard for learning. Online learning. It's called as CORM. SCORM. Whatever discussion we are having today, that time they thought we will eventually reach a point where every child will have a beautiful tablet. So if you centralize and standardize the content, they all will benefit irrespective of the geological or economic state of the family. So the entire world will get quality education. It is that as a business, we develop the standard and we push schools, push the government, push throughout the world, not only America, everybody push to the extent that every state should have its own tab. Of course, with some restrictions or security provisions, whatever. And we reached that, and that helped during Corona. Corona 1 year, 2 years, we did not do the academic years, primarily because of online education, principles of online education. Yes. Now, not only that, these powerful smartphones are invading everything. We have a reason to push this smartphone. We are pushing. And at the same time, we find it very difficult to understand what happens to my children. On one side, education and other things. They use beautiful content, really worthy content for kids. For that reason, we need smartphones, powerful smartphones. But of course, batteries also we use that. It's only an instrument. So either way, whatever way we go, it is us who are the reason for this, and it is us who are paying the price. As he rightly said, then we will check it. Okay, the ideas of governance will be. Ideas of governance will be implemented by whom? If you look at politicians, body politic today, in a way,
They are not in the pictures. You go take your son's picture, they will not be okay. Huh? So there's a saying, right, that if you want to be safe from something, learn it, get aware. So that's the brighter side. Kids are getting aware, although there's a negative side, which rightly said.
so the governance has a precursor. which is creating awareness among the stakeholders. If you don't have right stakeholders,
That is the point.
you will not go anywhere.
Yes, sir.
In corporate culture, you will not go anywhere. In social, you will not go anywhere because people are using it wantedly, purposefully for their ends. So, antidote is awareness. You're right. You're right. From 90 to now, smoking has gone down in USA. In 1990, it was 7%.
That is a fashion those days.
Now it is free, almost free. Buy one, get one type of thing. Because there was enough production. Now 10, 15, $20, which is prohibitively expensive. And they're banned in offices, they're banned on streets, they're banned in every public place.
Then it is going
But greatly reduced.
Most importantly, the people who smoke, they themselves are also
Greatly reduced.
not going down.
And that can happen. That can happen. People are against photographs. People are against watching companies. That's why I can be mentioned. Money. These are the kind of because generation is not going to pay. They are hooked on to something funny, something that.
Example is better than prescription.
You have to do something beyond. No, that's why they are planning to add, right? Mahatma Gandhi got 3 stories and 3 monkeys. They want to add 4th as a mobile phone.
Understanding the children, what we have to teach them is what is the brain, what is the mind, what is the body. See, what is the sensation, what is the feeling, what is the behavior. So when you understand, make them to understand the difference between your mind, brain, body thoroughly, then they know themselves about all this. That is self. See, I cannot change all the people. If I change myself, people those observe my change, obviously they will change. If I say nobody change, if they observe me and understand that my change, they can change. That is the psychology of the brain. Mind, that is history immemorial, the people. Otherwise, we had to chase, like going around different way of models.
Sir, we have a lot of challenges, sir.
Yes,
Our kids never listen to us.
no, that's what
That
I'm
is a
telling.
fact,
See,
right?
Never, when you are understanding that they are never listening.
From childhood onwards.
No.
Their
Not
childhood.
at the first 5 years, you never bother about them. Where they want to that. At that time, till then, you have to think about your pleasure, not the child requirement. That is the crux of the thing, sir. The right from the child up to 10 years, if you bother them, the entire life you can forget about it. They are connected with you only. That first 10 years we will leave them because of our convenience. After 16, we will say that that is the turning point. They never listen because they never connected, first of all. See, if you go back to our childhood, yeah, first of all, our parents are illiterate. Even then, we used to listen why we have a trust on them because whatever they do is good for us. They behave like that.
No, that's what I'm telling. Trust factor is nothing. Right?
Yeah,
Now it is
nowadays
zero.
it's no trust.
Right.
Right from the childhood, they know that what you are doing, what your mummy, your convenient person, you have given birth to me, and you are making of it. That is your headache. That's all they will
No,
say.
that's what my daughter is asking. Like, I don't know why people are calling you for any seminars. That's even I'm asking. Like, I'm also sure why they are calling me.
Yes, that's all.
वो क्वेश्चन को क्वेश्चन आंसर देना पड़ेगा. Even I am not sure why they are calling me. I am also doubting why they are calling me. They are calling me. That's why I am going.
But that is the image.
Definition of joint family in US, there is asked the question to the student. What is the joint family definition? This is for your understanding. Husband and wife is staying together, it is a joint family.
That's what I am telling.
So this is the concept they have developed in their mind.
See, that advanced countries, the so-called developed, your children, my children are quarreling with our children.
Right.
See, that is the concept is percolating, not the true sense of the things of it. That same disturbance and changing of all this thing, loneliness, to avoid the loneliness, escaping mechanism, we are spreading like anything, escaping. Escaping from the reality, all other things will happen. If you understand the self, then all these things will be different.
So now, yeah, good discussions. Now, madam,
This is from your academic side. Like I know all are from industry or political background, something like that. You are from pure academic background. You are guiding the scholars, MTech scholars, BTech students teaching. Right. So what is your opinion on governance? Because you are very much interested. I know that. Trying to learn. What is your expertise and experience that you want to share with us? Don't think that you are odd man out. I know that. You are an academician.
No problem, sir. It is from my childhood. From when I entered into the technical education, out of 58 members, I was the only girl student in Polytechnic. So I'm habituated for this thing. First of all, I thank Nagaraju sir bringing me here.
No. I got it wrong. See, you said you are habituated.
Habituated.
We want to remove the feeling from you. And we want to make the city the leadership place.
That's why I start calling you.
Okay. Thanks for that. Thanks for this thing. Yeah, I also want to make it. Since morning, I was listening various discussions and other thing, and I'm happy to listen this discussion because these are the thoughts all the time in my mind. So, as a mother, and how a mother is like a governance.
Yes.
Because since morning your discussion is there because I'm there in artificial intelligence domain last 20 years more than because my PhD journey started in 2003 and passion towards the language. I'm a Telugu speaker. So after 10th class, I could not able to look into the Telugu language because the technical education doesn't allow, but still passion towards the language. How can I connect with the Telugu and then do PhD because I'm in engineering, my BTech electronics and communication, and then I moved to the police communication. I worked in some time in police communication. That's why I was still connected with the cyber uh, law and cyber security aspects kind of thing. Then because of the passion towards my academics continued parallelly with my job, and then I moved to the University of Hyderabad. I thank my University of Hyderabad because of that thing. I'm here. So University of Hyderabad, I just want to give 2 seconds uh, towards the University of Hyderabad. University of Hyderabad is the first university in India started artificial intelligence MTech in AI, and we have still AI lab is the significance identification of the our department. Anybody want to see University of Hyderabad? AI lab is the our department. Though our department name is the School of Computer and Information Sciences. University of Hyderabad is mainly good for sciences, whatever the subject. It may be a language sciences we have. So engineering sciences is there. So now influence of AICT, they are trying to add as a technology. Technology is never been our University of Hyderabad. So language sciences and cognitive science was the my interest domain, and that helped me to look into the research in artificial intelligence domain. That's my entry into the artificial speech recognition in 2003. It is very difficult to collect the data. So all this mobile phones are not there at that time. Mobile phone, small smartphone, Nokia phone was the recording purpose. We used to use the tape recorders. Tape recorders connected to the system, and then I need to collect. In 2003, I collected 40 speakers data. 1 month time, almost 40 students from including the all over India student kind of that still data is with me. So that's a 40 sentences we wrote in Telugu language and make them to speak in this because we need to build a speech recognition system for them. That was my entry into the artificial intelligence. Anything artificial intelligence and governance part because I'm studied in government schools and entered directly into the government domain. One of the police communication, because the DGP office in the Lapikapul I worked as a thing, and I used to work for that. And there is one group called context of this thing, because if we have a discussion on this thing, it's in remotely, because that is a communication. We have a communication sets up there, maybe telecommunications knows very well. So Motorola and all those systems, Ericsson, all those things, they have a call, and we used to have a security purpose only when a person is speaking and connecting to the DG. There is a digital encryption part. That was the cryptography concept we have, cyber security, because all the people are calling and talking to the in conversation of the communication devices, but still targeted people will be only getting the common this thing, and other people are scrambled speech. So speech scrambles we used to have in hardware part kind of thing. Then how can we do into the software part was the my domain. And another thing is the language. So everybody will speak English only. When we take the specific Indian languages context kind of thing, encryption is a good, so that we can protect the our communication. That was the theme, but slowly it turned into the only on speech recognition part, because the guide driven research we have to do in India, not the student interested there. Maybe that's
Encryption is a core subject in every aspect,
yes.
including AI as well. So in AI right now in a current situation, the majority AI data is open text.
Yes.
Including the many largest who built the AI firewall, their data is currently running in the open text. So the current situation is AI data, and in particular like input and output formats are in the text format only. This is the current situation, and there's a painful situation.
Sir, another thing, sir, I just want to put here this thing. We are talking about AI can take over the human mind. It never happens. Because the AI is learning the patterns. The pattern based only it is taking and learning. Maybe agentic AI is something we are trying to make the measures to learn intelligence of the human. But always humans are very intelligent. The pattern when they catch, they will dismantle the pattern and do better. The race will continue. But this when this race is going continuously, there is a moderating system. Like as I say that child, the AI is a child. So we leave the child, see that how they are walking, because they need to learn. So now what we are doing, same thing with the AI. We are leaving the AI to learn walk and kind of thing, practicing. But always mother I will be there to watch that thing. If the mother is not there, then it is a problem. So the mother is the kind of governance we need to bring into the age, which is lacking at this stage of either in academics, industry, and kind of thing. And I appreciate here this forum to initiating that motherhood, involving the tuning the child life kind of thing. What the since morning sir is trying kind of thing. It's not only with the mother should also have intelligence that comes through culture. That culture will be transformed from the generation to generation. That transformation of the intelligence you are preserving is the artificial intelligence. So that is lacking. We need to build that kind of data by adding this governance part as a main core for the intelligence. Otherwise, it's a simple data. Because if intelligence, human, the behavior comes through intelligence. That intelligence is from knowledge. But we are doing all the systems we are observing is a data-driven system. There is no still sophisticated knowledge-driven system. If we can build the knowledge-driven system by adding the governance kind of thing, then we will look into the positive perspective of the artificial intelligence.
The governance should be throughout the life cycle of this. That is the life cycle, how it should be means wherever the deviation is there, it should be correcting that.
So governance subject comes with the life cycle.
Life
So AI life cycle is a part of the AI model. And the core subject is when we discuss about the AI NV, overtake the human resources. No, nothing is possible. Impossible. The reason is that AI works on data and where the intelligence subjects or knowledge subjects or maybe the core competencies, they will be like critical thinking. So AI cannot work on a critical thinking. It's a very key subject. It cannot think on a beyond the limit. Yes. If the data is unavailable, they cannot train them. So critical thinking is of now. The AI doesn't work. It will be based on the AI and the agentic AI. So now we are discussing about the AI. Maybe the after 3 months we will discuss about the AI. And after 3 months we will discuss about the agentic AI. Similarly, this generation will be changed. The current situation, okay, we are discussing about AI. 3 years or 4 years back, okay, we were discussing about the cybersecurity. And before that, we were discussing about the antivirus. Before that, we were discussing about the computer technology. Technologies are evolving. We are using ourselves in a gradually because we know the technology definitely evolve and we have to work together. And we are working together. It's our system right now.
Another point is that connected with the intelligent human computer interaction society. That is also part of the member. And that's why
She made me.
so because we this ICI is the society. So annually they will conduct one conference. Every time one of the country they 2 years back in Netherlands, the last year in India, and next year it's going to be in China. Of course, sir will going to lead, and this time maybe we plan some interactive or the forum for industry discussion with the chair of the sir, and we can promote this governance, good governance. AI governance is the main. Last time, sir was the invited speaker on talking about the AI governance, and this ISCI has given me scope because I was looking into the various parts. That's all I just. So I'm connected with the state government. My husband works in legal metrology. So maybe many of you people know that the fraud happened, the fuel pump fraud kind of thing. For them, it is a general practice. I was looking for the direct one good topic for the my research paper. So they have this thing fuel pumping for every liter 0.3 ml, 30 ml. 30 ml petrol they are less they are giving to the customers. And how they are doing? They are remotely connecting the sealed system. It's an electronic system. I'm an electronic the person. He was doing and he was writing this thing. Then I thought, it's a good. Why you are only writing to the government? I can't be published.
Achievable reside in the actual the resources where the use of the air.
Chip is there, sir.
Air. So air particular resources of the is use the table. And while they are pumping this technique, the table also they count.
No, speed control. They are doing the speed
Simple.
control. It's a simple pulse width modulator.
Yes.
They are changing remotely with the remote.
That's it.
So, because this is a governing body, they are the legal metrology wherever they do all those this thing, but they are not able to trace. SIDAC is working and other thing, the chip. Because I'm already hardware the shift experience on this thing. I thought it's a good paper for me. I just look into the academic work.
This is a good old technique. They have got it. And this is the petrol bunks. They used to have it. And they have changed it also. Still the things is going on. Where they are unaware, the petrol pumps, they are doing that. Wherever they are check and bounds are there, they are there also. This is not, this is a new one.
No, actually, till 2020, they could not able to trace what is happening kind of thing. It is a sealed thing, how they are doing kind of. So what is happening whenever they are giving repairs and other thing, the person who repaired kind of thing, he is circuit this thing, and
He gave this.
they seal they are not opening, and they are connected external source of the circuit for remote operation kind of. The petrol bunk manager is controlling, sitting in his office, remotely controlling this. Whenever these people inspectors are going there, so that is one other thing. And bold is now we are looking. So I thought all these things, good governance part kind of thing we are talking. Why can't one expert person who can do that thing? And he was the speaker.
That's why the now current situation is
पूरा plate आ गया है?
application service provider. So we are planning about the agentic AI. Okay. So one to one agent to another agent communication is the set of rules which is the protocol. Okay. So they know each other. But in the case of multiple agentic AI environment, right? So this is the biggest challenge. Yeah. In the without governance, we can open the APIs for any port between agentic AI. It will be the biggest challenge for us. It is totally uncontrollable as of now. So Google, Meta, and other communication service provider, they are using which protocol we have to use between two agents. How they can communicate with each other. Okay, you are the Telugu guy, I am a Gujarati guy, this guy is Marathi guy. Okay, but there is a one guy who is know all three languages. So we have to contact that. So he is that guy will open the all gateways, one for Telugu, one for Gujarati, one for Marathi. But what happened in this network environment, or enterprise communication connectivity type of environment where we are using the multiple agentic AI? So it's a horrible stuff would happen, right?
But this is possible because see, sir. MCP protocol is MCP protocol. But
The current incident, which is lab incident, Module is a laboratory environment and it was published globally. So the current situation, what they have identified, they are still research. They are doing many researches organizations are working currently. So how the mode book is running, they are evolving themselves regularly. So these are many cases, okay, where the agent to agent, okay, they are just coordinating each other without having any authorized access. Okay, they are doing the installation, they are connecting each other, they are developing, they are communicating, they are even writing it. Okay, so this is the main use case. Okay, in a current situation, how the agentic AI okay behave by themselves. This is the current situation. So whatever we running right now, the current era is a evolving technology, the agent by themselves evolve, okay, without the any human intervention. So is the current. So it's a lab environment, they identify and they already declare all the information in a public. Right now, the notebook is available as public available. Okay, so everyone they can contribute, they can understand the information and they save the thoughts. The current situation is we are just identifying the what's going on. Okay, but how to protect, how to detect, and how to mitigate this. Okay, it's our next 3 months of class. So they as a researchers and the many PhD and the many artificial intelligence researchers too, so they are working closely. Including the many research science centers also working closely. But the information what they are communicating, okay, it's a very serious concern right now. How the agents are communicating with each other without having the privilege access.
They have built their own language also, right? Is that what how can I
So everything is in our control environment, but the current situation is completely weird.
In the free environment, the behavior, how it will be, the begin question mark.
yes, sir.
So begin question mark is what is the consequence of it? When the communicative
Definitely, already they are declared after the research is complete, okay, we will shut down the systems. But they just wanted to understand how this particular system behave. That's what. Okay. In futuristic way, the current situation right now the GPU, if the quantum computers will be correctly intact, then there is a serious concern will be.
that is the challenge.
So they are
Simple
trying to
example.
equally way. Okay, before the quantum will be in act.
A simple example is the two people are there. If they are in a different, what I can say, the level of mindset.
Yes, sir.
So if they communicate, what will happen? What is the consequence?
Yeah.
So that is the challenge. The same will come into here also.
Yes,
That is
sir.
the main. We are not sensing. We are thinking everything will go in the same flow. No.
No.
Because your learning, your background will reflect my background and my learning of it.
Right.
But whatever the language I speak on my side, you are not in a synchronized with that. So
That
what
is
is the
the-
consequence of it? Say for example, with different, say for example, at a group, this community is there, say different
what I can say, the contrast ideology people together will be there. So, though you talk to the right thing, other fellow will not be in a position to receive it. First of all, they may not be understood. That is, if that is the case in these scenarios of the mission, all those things, agenting to agenting, all those things, how would we be without monitoring? Anywhere is a danger. Here also, you should have a check what is going on of it. Blindly, you cannot leave. What I can feel. Now, the entire university they completely understand. We cannot leave the identity in our world. Yes, yes. That is universities and the organizations are completely involved in every aspect. No, Umang, this is one thing. What is the intention of your research? Here is the point is, if you have got the right intention is okay. But if the deep tech people come for their intention, then nobody can able to recognize. That is happening with it. So today, the entire world is we by the pharmacy and oil and the industries are controlling of it. The pharma, you know the research, how they have made it of it. You are seeing about the result of our health. Health, nobody is talking about the health, even the doctor does not know about the health. Only health care he knows.
So I think this also thanks the question which has been raised when we have launched the 5G. 5G was at the same stage, right? So AI is the same stage right now. And 5G is totally failed due to unmonetization of it. Okay, across the globe, only India, Jio is the fully asset compliant 5G generation, fixed generation wireless communication. 4 years back, entire Europe telecom companies surrendered. Entire AT&T, T-Mobile, US has surrendered. Why? Only the India has, because we have a consumer more than those countries, right? That's why they have monetized. But still, 5G is failed. And you see the development or research and analysis between 2G to 3G was 6 years, 3G to 4G was 7 years, and 4G to 4G LTE was less than that. And now 4G LTE to 5G is less than that. Now we are immediately jumping from 5G to 6G. Why? So it's a fail, and same thing would happen to AI as well. If there will be no government. That is same thing will happen. Currently, we are debating on that. If we do agentic AI, if there is a no governance between the communication between two agentic AI protocols, it's just like a hypervisor. Okay, so we have one application in AWS, one application in GCP, and four application is in there. Remaining five corporate application in our data center. So it's a hybrid cloud or multi-cloud environment. Same thing will happen in agentic AI environment. Until or unless we have a proper governance, implement compliance or regulatory compliance would be there, it would be a geo-specific, sector-specific. Otherwise, AI or agentic AI or generative AI will be definitely like 5G.
Any system you are building, it's a framework.
Purpose we are missing a bit. See, because that also, what is the purpose? What for? Development should for the sake of what? The development as in the 10G, I think I came to know that Japanese having 10G. 10G or 11G or something.
7G they have successfully deployed in
All those things. So what is the quality of what you can say the social quality or what is which direction we are going with it? And all these way of it. Only V increases. That's it. Nothing other.
that was our understanding. Speed is only the not only the what infrastructure, the power consumption. Why 5G failed? Number one is power consumption.
Yeah.
The BTS tower power is 12 months bill. Okay, you have to pay in a 1 month. The cost of 5G SIM card is 700 rupees or 800. Yes. How can you monetize it?
So any communication protocol is important. The protocol point, the governance is the core important. It's like a heart, the brain kind of.
Sir,
Thanks.
sir, can you spare 2 minutes, sir? I think your presence is required for this question. 2 minutes, please sit down. This is a hypothetical question. I have this. This question is for her. The assumption so far is With our infinite wisdom and creativity, human race has created certain languages, certain patterns, certain whatever we have created, we have created. Based on that, we are training this new technology or these new ways of making machines called AI. So our quick answer is AI is nothing but recognizing the patterns and coming up with some more sophisticated statistical response as of now. Now, the hypothetical question is, because it is using our unadulterated creativity as the baseline, it is able to generate responses. Now, immediately our next generation, all they know is the patterns it is generating now. The AI is spitting out, and the kids are learning, seeing, watching, listening to the created works of AI. Okay, so your platform is now fixed. Now look at me, the new generation kid. All I know is what you are telling me. Do you suspect a point where we are only mimicking each other? We lost the unadulterated creativity that human race has generated for thousands of years. If you introduce AI into games, AI into teaching, AI into arts, AI into everything, why should I be worried about my creativity? That's what I'm learning. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I will do. Monkey see, monkey do.
Did not
If so, AGI, the so-called AGI, at one point, do you think it will get saturated and will start a world of mimicry?
not possible, not able.
So
Why?
that-
Because
okay.
one point I'll make.
Okay.
Here is we are talking about the intelligence and intellect.
Okay.
So intellect, what we are talking, all those things is intellect. Because intellect will come by experience and by knowledge. But intelligence is a spontaneous. There is no intelligence is required for intelligence. That is a misunderstanding the word, misusing of it. When you intellect is based on experience will come. So that's what all these problems is going. Intelligence is spontaneous. Because that spontaneous is
So it's
happening only in the human
it's a biological
a biological
response.
And
Okay.
that is also you see that this is again will come. Suppose you are telling about mimicking all those things. That is mimic only certain time, certain this thing. There is a saying. So you can make fool all people sometime, some people all times, not all people all times.
But
So that saying,
do you see majority of the people ending up in mimicking?
yes, 100%. Because that is the flow. But as the technology increases, the mind will become dull, mechanical. All the mind will become mechanical. They have lost the rigor of the human. So we have forgotten what we are human beings. We are mimicking and following the machines of it. That's what the rat race. We are not rats to race it. But that is becoming the trend and everybody is making
Okay,
of it. We have forgotten the mimicking. Yeah, so subject to global leader. Okay. Subject to global leader. Okay.
So,
In an early stage, maybe in 2020.
oh, yeah, you can go, sir, now.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because
Thank you.
and third I move Venkata company and AI for all global. I have the multiple pens available. Let me say it. Here, sir. No, not this building. Next level. Also, bed day. So, this is
Sir, coffee. TA seal ఉంటుంది నా స్టోర్ TA పైన పైన లాగా
This for you.
Okay?
Yeah.
మీ దగ్గర చూడండి మీ స్కాన్ స్కాన్ carrying out
Photo and small widgets needed.
small one out of WAG का भी है if you need it I'll get it
ఇది మందా ఇది పర్లేదు ఇది ఆల్రెడీ తీసాను అని ఓకే అది బాగుంటారు ఓకే
Down.
If you look here in the Krishna's camera.
ये देगा
Yeah, like this.
Krishna सामने आया है.
So blue क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Template.
Responsive to this.
24.
Raju sir के पास से डेस्पेट. Template. प्रथम भैया सेकंड को.
आपके पास है क्या WAG का
Yeah.
I do have the bucket
मैं अभी कैरी करके
you are carrying
Silver. Where you going to wait? ये नहीं. So that is the sign for.
Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go.